It's wishing well time. Hello.
Hooray.
We are live.
Everyone, we are live. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Roll20. Roll20. It's Roll Plus Justice, not Roll20. That's a different
Thank you
thing.
for reminding me. I did not go on the Roll20 yet.
There is a Roll20. One sec. Let me mute my stream. That would help. Okay, it's the Roll Plus Justice 48-hour charity stream. Thank you for joining us. I'm Hugh. I use they, them pronouns, and we're getting ready to jump into our final game of the stream, which is Wishing Well. This game is one of 20 amazing games you can buy from designers as part of the Tabletop Treehouse Black Lives Matters bundle, which you can purchase at tinyurl.com/treehouseblm. And all of the proceeds from sales are going directly to Black Visions Collective. That bundle has graciously been made available again for the 48 hours of this stream, which means you only have 4 hours left to purchase it. And support Black Visions Collective, which is a Black-led queer and trans-centering organization whose mission is to organize powerful, connected Black communities and dismantle systems of violence. Additionally, to donate during the stream, you can choose any of the causes at tinyurl.com/BLM donor card, or you can split a donation between 70 plus causes, which include like bail bonds and mutual aid and things like that at tinyurl.com/split70. And then email your donation to rollplusjustice@gmail.com, and we'll shout you out on the stream and add that to our donation tracker. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, donating anything you can. We hit our first goal in under 24 hours, right?
I think so.
And we are heading to twice that. So thank you for your support. And the cool thing is, we are starting the stream with a donation. So someone, an anonymous person, sent $29.70 to Split 70, and with a nice message saying, thanks for organizing this. So shout outs to that person. Cool. So with that, let's meet everyone that I feel very lucky to be joined by today. So going alphabetically, I have Adela.
Hi, I'm Adela. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, AREDHEL__. And if you like listening to me talk, I have a podcast called Potter Not, which is all about messy Harry Potter feelings. We have a lot to say, especially about recent things that have happened. So yeah, you can search that on any podcatcher.
Galen.
I'm Galen, also known as APR Roy. I go by he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at average_Roy, and you can watch me and my friends play various games at twitch.tv/averageplayer.
Cool. And Libby.
Hi, I'm Libby. My pronouns are she and her. And you can find me on Twitter at HorrorCheck. Like HORROR. Check is in the check is in the mail.
I forgot to say my pronouns are also she, her.
Great. Cool. And like I said, I'm Hugh, using they, them pronouns, and you can find me wherever you get your internet at Bourgeoisie. Shout outs also to Azujax, who's hosting our game and making all the technical magical work, and to Cole, who is tracking donations and doing chat mod, and to Chris, who made the spreadsheet we're using. And also, Livy, I want to check, did you do the original for these, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So Livy made the original Stuco version of this, which we are playing the modified version of. So that's cool. Thank you for doing that. This made our life so much easier. And then Chris was so kind to make it even easier again. So cool. Well, let's get into it. What is Wishing Well? So if you watched all of the other streams, you need to go to bed. But if you watched the ones yesterday, you might have seen Stewpot, which is by Takumo Okada, and Interstitial by Riley Hopkins, who also wrote Wishing Well. So the game takes the unlearning skills shaped by conflict-driven environs while building something cool with your pals from Stewpot, and combines it with the 4 fluctuating connection-defining links of Interstitial and says, hey, friends, let's build a farm and learn to be happy. It's Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, it's post-capitalist, idyllic, rural friend-making, with a touch of magic. We have turned up the magic pretty significantly.
I was gonna
because-
say.
Yeah.
A touch of magic.
You know when you do that thing where you like take off the top of the salt shaker and the person pours it and all the salt comes out? That's what happened to us when we sprinkled the magic, I think. Also up top, this is a game about farming. We have discussed pre-game that we will not be engaging in any kind of animal agriculture. Animal products including meat, fish, dairy, honey, eggs, leather, etc. will not be featured on screen. So if you're anxious about tuning in for a game about farming, because of those intense relationships, we were all also worried, and it's our ideal world, and we get to say that those things aren't part of it. And not everyone in our game is going to be human, and it seems super complicated to have animals with personhood and animals with no personhood in the same game. So we were like, you know what, let's ignore that. So let's get into it. I'm going to start by reading
Oh, I suppose I should open the PDF.
Yes, PDF is useful. I'm jumping in on page 3, and then I think we're going to kind of pass the book around, so to speak, and we'll do some reading, which is nice. Okay, welcome to your new home. Living today feels a lot like you're being crushed under the weight of capitalism.
Yep.
Every part, yep. Every part of your life is controlled by trying to make enough money to survive while finding a smidgen of hope and joy so you don't run away. It's every day, day in, day out. But you've decided you've had enough. Your friends have had enough too. The group of you have left the city now with nothing but a letter and good vibes. You've been told to go to this new town out in the middle of nowhere, but you hope something is waiting for you out there. Something new and something beautiful. In this game, you and your friends will inherit a farm on the outskirts of a small town. You'll spend time at this farm and in this town, unlearning the lessons capitalism and city life taught you, and learning how to exist and be happy. You'll meet NPCs, you'll forge relationships, and you'll just have fun in your new life as you improve your farm. Cool. So does the next person want to read the small town living section?
I can do that. Small town living. It turns out your farm is on the outskirts of a small town. Might as well get to know the people there, right? The town. It's time to learn about our town. Draw 4 cards from the deck. You and the group can spend these however you want. The last card you use is wild. So this will tell us. Should I read the descriptions on the cards before we draw
Yeah,
them?
do we each want to read
we
like
draw
one of
them?
the categories? I can draw 4 cards, and then we can like read through the categories and start figuring out which ones we like, and if there are any we want to veto as well.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay.
We got a club, we got a spade, we got a diamond, and a second diamond. So potentially we have all 4.
Well, our last one's wild, so if we really want the heart, we can do that.
Totally. Okay. Do we want to kind of read the categories out loud and see what jumps out?
Sure.
So we are choosing we are choosing disposition, layout, geography, and legends with these 4 cards. Okay.
Yes.
So for disposition, heart says they're friendly and welcoming to you all. Your grandparent knew them well. Everyone immediately wants to help you all settle in. So we don't get that probably.
Unless it's the last one we choose.
Yep. Spade, they're suspicious of you and generally distrustful of outsiders, but your grandparent was always kind, and the older people in town are willing to give you a chance. Diamond says they're friendly enough, but are a little uncomfortable with you moving in. Your grandparent left a sour taste in this town's mouth. The younger folks are willing to overlook that and not hold it against you. And then clubs, they have no memory of your grandparent, but are interested in forging new bonds with you lot, a clean slate.
I thought I was like, as we were going through, I was like, is the last one going to be like really bad? But it's not. It's nice. It's fine.
I don't know. If I showed up to a place that my grandparents had lived in for like years and I was like, yeah, my grandparents who owned this farm, and everyone was like, no one knows what you're talking about, I'd say that's
Although
pretty bad.
That's fair. That's
in
fair.
this town, it could be like any sort of weird supernatural reason, right?
Yeah.
Right, totally. Cool. Does someone want to read the 4 layout possibilities?
I'll read the layout. Hart, it's a small town but dense. Plenty of walking areas between the important buildings. No real streets meant for automobiles. Spade, it's a small town. Everything is on its main street, which extends into a highway in either direction. Some smaller residential streets are off to the sides. Diamond, less of a town and more of the grocery store, hospital, and gathering centers are all in the same areas. No one really lives there, but people come in from the outskirt, like you. Clubs, a tight-knit community. Everyone in town has an important job. There isn't so much a grocery store as there is a guy who gathers stuff from everyone to give out. No doctor, but someone knows first aid well.
Yes. Our geography options are, for a heart, nestled in a valley between mountains on all sides. The sky just seems bigger here. There are hiking trails going up and down the hills, and we get to describe a specific mountain peak. With spades, on the coast of an ocean, the warm salt air coming in off the sea is indescribable. Boats come by every once in a while to drop off cargo, trade, and rest, and we describe the ocean. For diamonds, the plains reach in every direction, and the town is around a huge lake. You can sit on your roof and see for miles. It may be flat, maybe a flyover, but it's home, and we describe something in the distance. And finally, clubs. It's on the edge of a thick forest. The animals and bugs can be heard every morning, and the trees cushion any noise to make a beautiful silence. Paths lead deep into the woods. Describe an animal you see often.
I'll read legends. For Heart, everyone is inside before 2 a.m. No one will tell you why, but they plead with you to follow suit.
It's the memory snatcher.
Maybe it's good we don't have a heart. Spade, the water is calm most nights. It's still unmoving, dark. If you stare into it, you feel the terrible feeling of something peering back at you. Diamond, the birds of this town all sing the exact same song, and they stop when you approach. Everyone seems to know things that only the birds have seen you do.
Cool.
Clubs. The mines have been closed for years, but you have cracked it open and gone in for the first time. There's graffiti carved into the wall, just above some old tours. Don't reach the end. So, well, of those, the one that jumps out to me the most is birds.
Whoa, holy,
the
whoa,
birds one
everyone.
is terrifying.
Yes.
I just want to stop because Anthony Poole, Fulnick, just donated $400 to
Whoa.
Split 70.
We passed 2,000!
Wow.
Guys, we
Oh.
passed 2,000!
Awesome. That's double
Hooray.
the goal. Anthony, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Which one did they donate to? The Split 70?
To Split 70, yeah. Perfect. And Anthony says, hi, everyone. Here's to hitting our goal. Looking forward to watching the VODs. Going up on YouTube, right? Wow.
Awesome.
This game already rules so hard.
Yeah.
Great work, everyone. Best to last. Good work. Awesome. So back into it. Sorry, I didn't feel like we should let that one sit.
No, definitely.
No, that's amazing.
So, who else is interested in birds, or is it just me?
I'm mostly
Birds.
scared of the birds.
I just want birds in every game. It's fair. We don't have to have birds.
I'm just reminded of that incredible tweet that was like someone like, I'm watching Planet Earth 2, but I didn't watch the first one. Can someone catch me up? What the heck is a bird?
I also kind of do like the heart one after reading all of them.
Yeah, those are both
I have a
good.
lot of feelings about the geography.
Okay.
What are your feelings? So yeah, whatever people have strong feelings about.
So like if we're spending the wild card on a heart, I would make a case for the mountains.
You can describe a specific mountain peak.
Yeah, and I also I felt instant homesickness, which is like in the nice way. But I also like clubs for like our kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit
I
aesthetic.
think I like heart
Yeah,
for the
that
aesthetic that we've kind of talked about a little bit.
I do like heart. Is that where we want to spend our only possible heart? What do we want to do for disposition is, I guess, the one I'm wondering about. I was thinking maybe a diamond there, but I don't know.
Yeah, we have a fair number of younger folks, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
and
we
it like
do.
leaves like an interesting question of like why did the grandparent leave a sour taste?
And gives us a little bit of drama to start with.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, jump into some conflict. Cool. Yeah, I'm down. I
So
also.
which should we? Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say the other thing is this joke I put about not having Wi-Fi. Like if we're in the mountains, like just like
Makes
cut us off from outside.
Yep.
Communication is like a really fun, quote,
I like
fun thing.
Yes.
Cool. So that's like a diamond and our wild card, which leaves a club and a spade. Which lets us have the birds, right?
We could also still have
no.
another diamond if we use something else as the wild card.
Smart. Yes. Good
Yeah.
call.
So I think maybe we should figure out the other things before we take the heart.
Okay.
Because we know that we're going to do that, but we should use the other 3 to decide what else we want, or the other 2 to decide what we want to do between layout and legends.
I like spade for this layout, especially with the kinds of businesses we were thinking about having in town and stuff.
Yeah, I like it too.
Is the highway one of those ones that just like goes into like the tunnel that goes through the mountain?
Yes, of course. I wasn't thinking that, but yes.
One of those terrifying winding mountain highways.
Yes.
And
what?
Wait, we also have a train station, right?
But it doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. No train tracks,
yeah,
just the
that's
station.
definitely the thing.
But the highway goes under the mountain. Okay, cool. Love it.
Yeah. What about on the other side? Is there another set of mountains? Like, is it a full circle of mountains, or does it like open up into something else?
I like it opening up into like a valley.
But is
Maybe
it
like
like a valley surrounded by mountains?
It's mountains all the way down.
Which is what a valley is, actually, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. So does that kind of wrap it up?
It was diamond, spade.
So spade, we use spade for layout. So then we have
heart.
We either club or diamond for legend, and then we'll use the other one for the heart. Right. I'm more interested. Well, I already said birds. But I'm not super interested in the mines. But it's
same. Like I already picked my job being a miner, so I don't want him to be like closed for years and haunted.
Yeah.
All right, we can do avian surveillance state.
That's my band. Awesome. Do we want to start writing some of those down in our super cool
we should do that
thing? And if someone's happy to take the lead on some of those, I'm gonna do another shout out for another donation, which is amazing.
I'll copy over legend stuff.
Cool. So Sweet Potato just donated $56 to Black Lives Matter Toronto. So saying, throughout all the PBTA and Fortune in the Dark games this weekend, we succeeded on 28 rolls with a 10 plus or a 6. Here's $2 to Black Lives Matter Toronto for each of those successes. Thank you all for an amazing weekend, and Black Lives Matter.
Awesome.
Amazing. What are we all working on?
I'm trying to make my thing fit in the thing. Oh no, it didn't work.
It doesn't want to let me copy and paste, so.
Oh, it's letting. Okay, I can copy and paste stuff. I just can't. Can someone format it once I put it in here?
Oh yeah,
I will work on that.
Yeah.
am-
Also, if you're on the stream and you can see this amazing art, that artist's name there, Vargai Art, I assume. Their work is like super on point for things that we're thinking about. This great like mix of very mundane and very magical situations. Also, both these pictures have birds in. I just noticed. So the surveillance state
Excellent.
is like baked into this. Cool.
Make that wrap text. There we go.
And diamond. Okay. There we go.
Cool. Amazing. Thank you so much.
All right.
Layout, we said spade. This one was also diamond, right? Yes.
Yes. All right.
Cool. Should we start talking about NPCs?
Yeah.
Okay. Does someone want to read this section on page 6, the people?
Sure. The people. It's not enough to have a town, but next it has to be filled with people. At absolute maximum, a town shouldn't have more than 20 people in it. When you make a townsperson, give them a name, pronouns, a like, a dislike, and a drive. Then give them a quick description or face cast. The townsperson's like and dislike is just that. What is something they love and something they hate? This is just to give a quick and easy to read character trait to the character so we know who they are at a glance. Then comes their drive. This is their goal, their hope. It's what pushes them forward as a person and what they want out of life. These can all be quantified down to 1 or 2 words in a note so you can keep who they are in your head.
Cool. So again, we are ahead of the game. We decided we were gonna make some characters beforehand so that the stream wouldn't just be us doing world building. So we are gonna introduce some of the super cool characters that everyone has made. Starting off with Eldora.
Okay, Eldora's pronouns are she and her. She's about 60 years old, and she always wears colorful scarves around her head. She has red cat's eye glasses and a fox ears and tail. She likes crafting charms and dislikes purple, the color. Not the color purple, but purple as in the color. And as that came up when I made her. Her drive is to pass the hardware story on to her children and spend her retirement traveling the world.
And then Amos.
Amos is has the pronouns he and him, and he is a thin, elderly man stooped from a long life of hard labor. He likes bird watching and dislikes technology. His drive is to spend more time with his grandchildren. Lately, all they want to do is play video games.
Then we have I'm a great finder. They them pronouns. I'm a great finder. Stands about 6 feet tall. Their blue hair ends in white curls that mirror waves. They're a little shy but excitable about food. They like artichokes. They dislike that everyone is expected to yell in kitchens, and they dislike the preparation necessary to eat artichokes. Their drive is to go to culinary school in the big city and maybe one day open up their own restaurant.
Nice.
And then Ginny.
Gina, yeah.
Gina, so sorry. Greenie and Gina.
Yeah, Gina, aka Greenie, has pronouns she, her. She's a short, round woman with curious eyes, wearing a straw hat, simple dress, and brown boots. She's always carrying a magnifying glass and sketchbook. She's about 40 years old. She likes plants, dislikes civilization, and her drive is to catalog every plant growing in this region, especially the edible and beneficial ones.
Awesome. Next we have experience. These are pronouns. Experience is a squat little grinning frog who wears big red rubber boots and patent sundresses. Z heard there's magic in town, but they won't tell you unless you can keep a secret. They like that taste when you brush your teeth and then drink orange juice. And they like storms, which must be super intense in like a big circle of mountain ranges. And that sounds great.
Yeah.
Z dislikes adults who don't have time to talk. And their drive is to learn a song from everyone in town. And then alongside experience, we have Courage. She, her pronouns. Courage is a squat little scowling frog. She's unimpressed, not angry. She wears corduroy dungarees, but no shirt or shoes, and has a mining helmet that is too big for her, but the light works even though there's no batteries in it.
Oh.
She likes charcoal on her fingertips and silence, and she dislikes being told no and being patronized. Her drive is to explore the mines without anyone saying no or it's too dangerous. And Courage and Experience are twins, but they do not super get along. Cool. Then we have Lacey Long and Constance Quiche Lorraine, both using she, her pronouns. Does someone want to read this one?
Sure, I can read this. Cool. They are ex-rival cooks turned girlfriends. They run the long afternoon diner together. They are Quiche cooks and Lacey handles the books. Lacey likes taking care of the neighbors' cats and switching on the lights at home after a long day, and she dislikes when she's not working and cooking. Quiche likes making breakfast food and likes hugs from children, and Quiche does not like closing up government types and food reviewers. Both of their drive is keep the diner running, take care of anyone who walks through the door.
Awesome. These characters were made by Emmy as well. Emmy, who unfortunately couldn't join us for the stream, but gave us a bunch of awesome characters to work with. So, yeah. And then
that's
Frederick.
Frederick's mine. Yeah, Frederick has he, him pronouns. He's about 40 or 30 years old with a lot of tattoos. He wears band t-shirts and torn jeans and Doc Martens. He likes green technologies and cars, and he dislikes being called Fred or Freddy. His drive is to collect the parts to restore his classic car and convert it to run on vegetable oil from the diner. Yeah.
Then Forsyth.
Forsyth, who uses they, them pronouns. Forsyth is a collection of dispersed water droplets that hum to communicate. They can configure into any shape in the air, but find it most relaxing to condense on large leaves or window panes. They like the question why and dancing in the rain, and they don't like sunshine and dry heat. Their drive is to start a school and share the wisdom of the clouds. This is all they say when anyone asks them about it. And then we have Millicent was and is still sort of here. Goes by he, she, they pronouns, is known as still. Still is the ghost of someone no one else in the town remembers. Everyone has always known her and nobody knows her story. The letters they leave are blank. Sometimes you'll find him curled up in your kitchen cupboards or under a hydrangea bush in your neighbor's garden. They like writing anonymous letters and leaving them on people's doorsteps / kitchen tables, and they don't like being ignored. Their drive is to remember and tell her story truthfully.
Awesome. I love that we have an excerpt in our game.
And then I have Lil Bug. Her pronouns are she, her. She is a small purple fey creature with a mushroom cap. She dresses in bright patterned rompers that she makes herself. Lil Bug likes asking the question why and not listening to the answer, running and standing on her head. And she dislikes a specific blue dragonfly that she calls Kirkland. And her drive is to go faster, balance longer, climb higher, be the best acrobat in the land.
I also love that the dragonfly isn't called Kirkland. the dragonfly calls Kirkland.
And finally, we have Did We Stumble, who uses any pronouns. They are a collection of goats who live on various rooftops in town. Only one rooftop at a time, all of the goats. They rotate every few days or weeks at a whim. They like all foods that are thrown up to them, catching food in their mouths, being given food, stealing food. And they dislike upside down pizza. Their drive is to stand on the roof and have food tossed to them.
All right.
Hey, are the roofs of our town, are they flat, or do the goats like go
No,
on the
they
angles?
They definitely go on the angles.
Yep.
Amazing.
Some
Love
of them are very steep roofs. Next up, we have Arcanth Trust, who goes by he, him. He's a small-time film star who made enough money and moved out to the country. He's a little bit full of himself, but he generally means well, and he owns the largest house in town. He likes B movies and his camera, and he dislikes being recognized, and his drive is to connect with the people of the town and feel at home. Face cast for him is Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, among other.
I didn't look at how you wrote it when you said B movies, and I also thought
B movie. That too.
That's straight to
and then-
DVD sequel.
And then we have a second Dawn, she, they pronouns. They're a young self-taught witch. She spends a lot of time poring over some strange old books in the library. They have an insatiable sweet tooth. Likes cupcakes, music with a lot of bass, and the Fae. Dislikes goats and tomatoes. And their drive is to help people with their magic.
Awesome. And then our last two are also from Emmy. So we have Dad Larry, he, him pronouns. Larry is the best damn jazz pianist you've ever heard. Has been offered contracts by all kinds of people, like music labels, but never takes any of them. He likes hitting the keys, singing, living the dream, black coffee, smooth breezes. I feel like this needs to be in like a radio voice. Black coffee, smooth breezes, the river at midnight, the forest at dawn. He misses city life, but damn, he would never leave. He has... also, originally in this, it said love above likes. Larry and Father Solus Hearsay, the next character, are in love. But I've moved that into a link instead of here. Bad Larry dislikes when labels try to buy him. Idiots taking this place for granted and hearing his boyfriend's dark, dry cough. And his drive is to play something new, something that finally surprises Solus. And does someone want to give us Father Solus to round this out?
I can do it.
Okay.
Father Solus, is it hearsay?
Hearsay,
I never know how
yeah.
to pronounce that word. Hearsay. Uses they, he pronouns. Most people call him Soul, pronounced like Saul. Okay. Father Solus Hearsay has always been here, and they always will be. A quiet small town preacher without a formal congregation, content to just collect and distribute the stories of this little town as long as he breathes. He likes waking up with the sunrise, poetry, speaking when it is appreciated, old tea, young stories, calm, still nights, a good cup of coffee. And they dislike folk from the city who don't respect the calm of this place, the last days of every season, having to take off their cowboy hat, old folk who refuse to listen to the young'uns.
Amazing.
And his drive is to show folk the real way of things.
Awesome. And now we need to make some links between these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So links come in 4 distinct types. They are light links, which are our friends, partners, romantic partners, and some of our families. Light links have a positive influence on our life. Dark links, which are our rivals, enemies, some of our families, and people on the shit list. They're the negative forces on the day-to-day. Mastery links are teachers, mentors, and students, if any kind of lesson is being explicitly taught or learned. And then heart links are examples, warnings, and heroes, looking at someone and unconsciously learning from them. The street smarts to mastery's book smarts. So I guess that's like any kind of lesson being implicitly taught rather than explicitly taught. So the game suggests making 2 of these for every townsperson. There are a lot of them. So if we just want to do one for now, but like we can update them as we go, that might be a good. And sorry, one other thing is the links come in 3 levels, which are standard, locked, and bonded. So locked links are emblematic of hide and truths, like a best friend or a sworn enemy. Bonded links are links that cannot be broken. These are your ride or die friends, someone who will always teach you something new, and on-site enemies. Experience and courage already have a locked sibling rivalry dark link. So those don't need to get done.
I decided partially based on chat, that a second Dawn doesn't like goats because they stole her lunch. So that's now a dark link.
So, I have a question. If you have a link, if the second Dawn has a link with Stumble, does Stumble then automatically should have a link with a second Dawn?
No,
Or
links are they're sort of one directional from how you see your relationship. So so 2 people who have links with each other might see each other in different ways.
I feel like Stumble would have a positive link with everyone that get food from, which is everyone. So because if you're not willingly giving them food, they're stealing it. So they're getting food from everyone.
Yep.
I think that, there's probably like somebody who's like, I guess that would be like from their point of view, they enjoy giving them food. So yeah. Frederick has a mastery link with Eldora, because Eldora is very handy and helps him with materials and expertise in his project.
Lilbug and Forsyth both have the mastery link. Lilbug is Forsyth's only student. Yeah. And
Arcanth is gonna have a light link with Father Solus, because he likes to listen to his stories.
I think that I'm a Great Finder has maybe a heart link with Still, because they are very shy and they kind of witness this ghost leaving these like very particular kind of letters, and is making decisions about whether that's the kind of person they want to be, or if they're worried about kind of fading into the background.
I think Still has a link with Father Solus, because Father Solus has always been here, and so has Still, or Still has been here as long as anyone in town remembers. Maybe Father Solus remembers before Still was here, but we don't know that. I'm just trying to figure out what the link would be. Are they friends? Maybe they're here. Maybe one of them is the other's hero.
Oh.
A heart link.
Let's do it.
Which one?
I kind of like if Still is
Father Solus's hero.
Solus's hero.
I do like that as well.
There seems to be this like aspirational kind of quality to immortality ?
Although, based on what Emmy said about Father Solus, he kind of is immortal.
Right.
So, Hmm. Actually, I think still will have a. What is? How do you word a link about warnings with a person?
They are taking like warning
Like
or want to
wary
be a
of,
warning. Okay, yeah.
Heating.
heeding the warning.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What is the warning that they are heeding? Just so I
I don't know. I was just thinking that one of them thinks the other is say some type of seer
Oh.
and like looks to them for warnings.
Advisor
Kind
or
of.
oracle we have in the chat. Takes the
Pardon?
advice of advisor or oracle or takes the
Okay.
advice of.
I think that still is the oracle.
That makes sense to me. I like that.
Yeah. I love the idea of like reading these blank letters and like
Yeah, exactly.
using them
That's
for
exactly what I was
divination is
thinking
like a
of.
really cool practice
Yeah,
for sure.
that's exactly what I was thinking of. So, should I put that as a link with under still or under Father Solus?
Solus to still, I think.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds great.
Unless still is explicitly trying to leave warnings.
We don't know
Okay.
what still is doing entirely.
Cool. We just got 2 more donations also. So an anonymous person donated $20 to the Split 70, saying a donation of $20 courtesy of Dine and Dash. Dine and Dash are a pair of thieves from a Scum and Villainy game that I am part of. So shout out to whoever in that group just did that. And Magico also bought the Tabletop Treehouse Black Lives Matters bundle for $125, saying thank you all for organizing and running this. Y'all are seriously the kindest. Thank you so much. Cool.
I don't know. I can't word neatly right now, so I'm just going to say sees still as an oracle. Does that make sense?
That sounds great.
Okay.
I think that Lacey Long and Constance Quiche-Loran, I think they have a dark link with Amos because Amos just sits in the diner and orders coffee. Is obnoxious all day.
I know also we're only sort of doing one at the moment, but I just had the thought of like, should Second Dawn have a light link with Lil Bug because of Lil Bug is Fae and
Yes,
Second Dawn likes the Fae?
Definitely.
Okay. We could either do that or we could have her not have met Lil Bug yet. Either way.
Oh, yeah, that's super cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Although these are all townsfolk that are like already living here, so
that's true.
Yeah, true.
All right,
and also we might not get a chance to.
We might not see them on screen necessarily.
Yeah, like or see them on screen together, kind of thing is the other thing. Like we might.
Yeah.
Any of our characters might speak with either of them separately, but like there's no guarantee, unfortunately.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Here, we'll go the other way and make it locked.
Nice.
Nice. So, cool. Did we hit everyone?
I'm going to give Stumble a light link with everyone.
Amazing. Oh, still needs one. And
still, yeah.
It's hard because they can't really communicate with anyone. Probably somebody magical in some capacity then.
I think still maybe can communicate with Forsyth.
Yeah.
Because Forsyth doesn't communicate in a usual way either.
I like that.
So would be a Do I want them to be friends or rivals or enemies?
It will be sad if the ghost only has enemies.
True.
But it's
Don't want
okay
a
to be
sad
sad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that they're friends.
Okay.
I kind of want to give Courage a dark link also with Lil Bug, which is just like run along out of my mind, basically. Like Courage is like, this is my mind, like stay away.
Sounds good. Okay. Are we on to farmers then?
Oh, Eldora and Amos actually don't have links yet.
Okay. Okay. Eldora has I think she has like a reciprocal mastery link with Frederick.
Mhm.
She enjoys teaching him about like how things work, how to make things work. And Amos has a light link with courage or experience. I think one of them. Like they remind both of them remind him, maybe just both of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally.
With courage and experience, because they remind him of his grandchildren, but they're like not obsessed with video games.
Yeah.
The grandchildren he wish he had.
Why can't you be better? Why can't you be like Courage and
Why can't all children be like them?
Your
Seriously.
kids could never. Amazing. Yes. Cool. So yeah, if you have any more kind of as we're playing, like feel free to just be like, oh hey, I thought of a cool link that we can put in, but we don't need to spend too much time doing this before we get going. So cool.
Yep.
So now we can make our so we've done this prep beforehand, most of it, but we should read this cool section on create your farmers. If someone wants to do that, it's page 8.
I can do that.
Cool.
When you start the game, each player will create a farmer. Do this in the same way you'd make a townsperson. Give a name, pronouns, a quick description, like and dislike. Players don't get drives, instead they get jobs. Jobs are what your farmer does around the farm. They start with the skills they had from their city life, things like being a retail worker or manual laborer or food service employee. Then, slowly as you live here, you'll unlearn your city job and learn more about your farm job, the person you are now. You don't need the tools that capitalism taught you. That's not how things work out here. Pick your character's city job and the farm job they'll grow into. You gain access to all 5 skills that your city job has. After you do this, create the 4 link columns under your name: light, dark, mastery, and heart. Then forge a link with each other player at the table.
Amazing. Cool. Let's do this alphabetically again. So Adela.
All right. My character is Into the Room's Flow Meadow Airs, and she goes by she/her pronouns, and the name she goes by is Flo. Flo took a summer job in downtown maintenance, picking up litter, emptying garbage cans, weeding, and planting sad flower boxes in college. She dropped out that fall and kept cleaning the streets for another 5 years until she couldn't bear it anymore. The noise, the claustrophobic atmosphere, the smells, the lack of consideration. Her flower boxes were the most beautiful of the downtown crew, but it made her cry to see them so cramped and mistreated by pedestrians. So she left. Flo is 6 feet tall with purple, green, blue hair and dresses in dark blue overalls, usually with both of the sleeves and pant legs rolled up, though some of them just have the sleeves cut off, and bare feet. She likes, I didn't write her dislikes in here. She likes hugs and bare feet in the dirt, and she dislikes being clean. And I am starting with the city job, maintenance, manual labor, and then going into the farming job, the farm job, gardener.
Awesome. Cool. Do you want to tell us about those skills, or?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. The city job, manual laborer skills are proper procedure, do it right the first time, 30 minutes or less, arrive ahead of schedule, weathered, you cannot be moved, collective bargaining, let the needs of the people be heard, and lunch up high, climb anything. and her farm job, gardener, has wait, that's poison. Tell if something would be harmful to consume. Floral decorations, decorate flawlessly with homegrown aesthetics. Weeding, spot something with harmful intent and take it out. And show and tell, you're proud of your accomplishments and it's contagious. And green thumb, outdo your rivals and amaze your friends.
Awesome. Galen.
All right. I'm gonna be playing Too Many Cooks. He goes by Cooks. He, him pronouns. Cooks is basically just me. He's a gender fluid
Yes.
person who mostly presents masculine and uses he, him. He was pushed into going to school to try and get a high-paying job. He did it, graduated, and got a job, but he wasn't happy with it. It paid his bills, but he spent a lot of time dreaming of something else. When the opportunity arose, he quit his job and moved with his friends. He is discovering a passion for cooking and has a desk covered with books and recipes. Likes math, cooking, energy drinks, and the library. Dislikes when multiple people talk at the same time and he can't hear any of them, and being told to do things immediately.
Very good.
He's gonna start out as a student, which comes with my body is a garbage can. Survive any danger you have no reason to. Scrounger, make the most out of the least. Procrastination station, get something done adequately at the last second. Yes, of course I'm done. Bullshit with the best of them. Just did a bad thing. Don't regret the thing you did. And then his farm job is going to be chef, farm to table, impress with quality, hot and ready, make the right food quickly, impeccable taste, a great judge of character and flavor, perfect pairing, always know the right combination, and diners, drive-ins, and dives, find the best unknown places, which is the move that made me take chef.
Amazing. Awesome. And Libby.
I'm gonna be playing Gretchen, she, her, also basically me. Not quite, but anyway. Gretchen got a scholarship out and swore that she'd never go back to living in a small town. Then she developed carpal tunnel and started getting migraines every time that she looked at a screen. Suddenly, physical labor, living close to or even within the land, sounded really good. She likes puzzles. She dislikes dancing. And she's starting with the city job of computer engineering. With the city experiences bug report, identify what's wrong in any situation, keyboard wizard, master of electronic tasks, power cycle, fix it with common sense advice, standing desk, endless endurance,
Really
and
good.
still waters, keep a cool face when angry. And I'm taking the farm job of miner. And that gives me the farm experiences dig deep, push yourself to new limits. I basically live there, see in the dark with clarity, seen some shit. You always act first. Will of Steel, undeterred by bumps in the night, and Canary in a Coal Mine, spot a problem before it becomes a disaster.
Awesome. And I'm going to be playing Payless, who is me in the sense that my head is also a balloon attached to my body. Payless' head is a white balloon attached by a string to his body. Every morning, he applies one of his many white wigs and draws on a new face. Always wears an outfit comprising the three primary colors. Payless began looking for a way out that would give him some new direction. After years at the office, he was offered a role as middle management, so needless to say, when the chance to move out of the city with his pals came, he jumped at the chance, but no one told him there was no Wi-Fi out here. So there's two looks for Payless here, because Payless doesn't look the same from day to day. He likes cassette tapes and jasmine tea, which he doesn't drink. He just likes the smell and holding it and feeling the heat. Dislikes alarm clocks, water-soluble ink, which comes off during the day, and strong winds because their head gets buffed around.
Oh.
If you want to see this idea in action, the video game Sacrifice has a god called Stratos, I think, whose head is like a big balloon. It's like bobbles around while he's talking, and that's what I was thinking of. Okay, so my job, I'm coming from being an office worker. My skills are office attire, looking impeccable and professional. If you notice those coordinated 3-color suits. Team synergy, lead a team to success. Letting them go, spot a weak link and cut it out. Deadline auto, never miss a due date. And stroll in late, avoid consequences and responsibilities. And I'm looking to become a carpenter. So I've taken show and tell, which is from the gardener thing, because I like the idea of a person who learns to like the work they're doing, being an infectious thing. So that's also, you're proud of your accomplishments and it's contagious. And then I have slow going, take your time and do an adequate job at building anything. Sturdy foundations, my creations are built to last. Safety first, you always have adequate protection from danger. And connections, I can always source the best materials. So now we need to make links with each other.
Yeah. How would we know each other?
Yeah, the game assumes that we're all like friends.
Friends, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, like you can have friends with links. That's like your like pals who are also your like driving force rivals.
So we're only doing links with each other and not with any townsfolk, right?
Yes, yeah, links
Okay,
with townfolk.
gotcha.
I think I want a link with Gretchen, which is like maybe we worked in the same office. Like you
Yeah,
worked
that
IT,
seems really likely.
I was like one of the people who sent you tickets, being like, "Oh, I don't know how to make the printer do the thing." So I think it's a mastery link because I've always been like super impressed. And no, it's a heart link. I've always been like so impressed by like your ability to like keep calm even under the incessant demands of office drones.
I think Cooks is gonna have a light link with Payless. I think they were roommates, if that's okay.
Yeah.
For like 8 years or something.
Can Flo and Gretchen have been roommates?
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like there's something there about like I think that Gretchen loves that you have these plants even in downtown.
Ooh, I also never said what I went to school for. I just went to school for 1 year and then dropped out. So we might have been in school, like in the same program, and then I dropped out. So we were roommates for 1 year. So that would be probably a light link. I would do yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if it's light or heart for me. It's something like because heart kind of implies that it's like continuing. When I think it was like when we were in the city, it was like you could find the nature in the city. So maybe it's like
an example.
Yeah, of like finding nature anywhere.
Roommate. Past roommate. Who would like to have? Wait, we're doing more than one, right? We're doing one.
Yeah, we're doing one
Yeah,
with
one
each
per
player. Yeah.
character.
Who wants to have littered in front of me?
I'm happy to do that because my pitch maybe is that Payless has a light link with Flo, which is like sometimes your coworker has this roommate and she's 6 foot tall and wears these like cut off sleeves and you're like, okay. I think Payless is kind of like Crush City on Flo.
Oh.
And so if there's a reason for her to dislike him, it's always good.
Yep. So that would be a dark link for me. A light link for you. That's great. Love to have opposite links.
Mhm.
I think
Would that
Gretchen.
be enemy? Because you. I have a lot of me personally has a lot of feelings about people who litter, so I feel like flows are my feelings amplified.
You do have to live on the same farm, so.
I think it's like wary, like I'm watching you because I've seen you do this before, and you can't do this now that we're
Oh
out
my
in
gosh.
like nature full time.
Yeah, this is great because Payless is like always catches Flo like staring at him and is like, yes. Could I have a mastery link with Cook, which is that Cooks seems like someone who started like putting himself first in a really important way, also like fostering the kind of environment that he wants to be in, and I think that's like really inspiring to like have your friends be like, listen, like it's okay to take care of yourself and be doing the things that you want to do.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
How do you make rap text? Sorry.
I don't know how to describe it. It's 2 lines with the like bendy arrow.
You can also just like pull the
Oh.
cells bigger. Pull the cells bigger. Hi, I'm playing an office worker, and I just said pull the cells bigger.
There we go.
I think I'm gonna have a dark link with
Nope, that didn't work.
with Payless, because of all those tickets. I still haven't forgiven.
Because I say things like pull the cells bigger.
But
Dear Gretchen, I've pulled the cells. Mark, can you come up here?
Too many tickets. I think I'm gonna have Cooks is gonna have a mastery link with Gretchen, because she helped him get a job out of college. And just helped with all sorts of like job related things. I need 2 more.
I was going to ask if you wanted to have a mastery link with me, as in you did a summer job working for the city one time, and I like was your like trainer. I like trained you for that because I was already because I'm like a few years older.
Flo trained me for my part-time job. Oh wait, yeah, that's all of them. Okay.
I think that I've got a light link with Cooks because like I had to like literally have my body like shut down on me before I would quit this job that I hated. And Cooks is like, I don't like this.
I'm over it.
Who am I missing a link with? Oh, nobody. We have.
Yep.
We got
I also thought we needed 4.
Yeah. We should all have 3.
Oh, I guess
Well,
it does. It does technically say create the 4 link columns. That's why I was confused. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Nice. So a quick note on skills and links. Some games may ask you to spend a skill. When you do this, you have to cross off a city skill or utilize a farm skill. When you cross off the city skill, you get to replace it with a farm skill, and we'll kind of describe talking about learning that skill. And obviously, before you can use one of the farm skills, you need to have learned it by losing a city skill, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. So
Cool.
can we use the farm skills multiple times once we get them, or are those also one-time use?
I would assume that the thing is, by the spreadsheet, it has the used column, but I feel like maybe that's a leftover from Stewpot, because the book doesn't specify that when you spend a link a farm job, that it goes away.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I should probably fix that.
Okay.
I think it was just that it looked weird.
Yeah, totally. Oh, good. Yeah. Cool. And then links. Some of the games specifically call for us to add or change links to reflect changes in relationships after a scene. But I think if the game doesn't ask us to do that, but it makes sense to, like, I'm super on board for saying, like, make and change links as makes sense fictionally, even if the mechanics don't explicitly say to do so. Cool. And our final step before we are ready to move into mini games. And do we want to take a break between finishing creation and going into the games? Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so the very last step is making our farm. So that's page 9, if someone wants to read that.
Make your farm. To start, name your farm. Your farm will have 3 stats: comfort, sustainability, and beauty. Beauty is how well put together everything is. Are the windows broken? Are the fence posts painted? Does it cause you... I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Agada, I guess.
Okay,
I
Agada.
think it's like anxiety. It's like a angsty kind of anxiety, I think.
Sustainability is how well your farm exists as its own entity. Do you need to outsource supplies? Can you afford to give yourself a day off? Do you need to crunch to get this cow healthy? Comfort is the accoutrements that come with living at the farm. It's a nice bed, comfortable place to sit at night. Speakers, separate sleeping spaces.
Cool. And all of these... Sorry.
Oh, I kind of love the idea of starting with beauty at 1.
Oh, all of them start at 1. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we have fun beds.
We got a couple points here. All right, cool.
Do we want to read the 3 level 1 categories so everyone knows what kind of location we're moving to?
So our beauty level 1, weeds everywhere, fallen trees, dilapidated buildings, and broken windows. Sustainability 1, imported supplies, late nights and early mornings, not enough to go around. And comfort 1, sleeping bags, a hot plate, a closet to try and de-stress in, 1 snack every 3 months.
That's even worse than bunk beds. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, that's the beautiful scenic farm that we will be moving to. I'm looking forward to whoever grandparents this was having to explain to us, like, no, guys, it's gonna be great. Don't worry. Okay, so let's take a break. We've been going for an hour.
Farm.
Oh, we should name our farm. Good. Cool. Does anyone have one right away? Because we could also think over the and.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Pinwheel Farms. Pinwheel Farm.
Pinwheel? Love it.
I like that. That seems to match our aesthetic very nicely.
Nice. And now we know how we're gonna generate energy.
With pinwheels?
So many pinwheels.
If we had some kind of big
Pinwheel.
pinwheel.
No, none of us have heard of a windmill. What if we had some kind of big pinwheel?
Could you put a pinwheel in the stream and then the water turns the pinwheel? Is that a thing? Okay, awesome. So let's take what 5-10 minutes. So we are back. Hello. You are joining us for the Roll Plus Justice 48-hour charity stream. Again, I'm going to shout out all the places you can donate before we can jump back into this game. So you can buy the complete collection of 20 super good games from the Tabletop Treehouse group by visiting tinyurl.com/treehouseblm. And the proceeds from those sales are going directly to Black Visions Collective. Alternatively, during the stream, you can donate to any of the causes at tinyurl.com/BLM donor card, or split a donation between 70 plus causes at tinyurl.com/split 70, and then email a screenshot of your donation to rollplusjustice@gmail.com, and we'll shout you out on the stream. Speaking of which, Lost Larkin donated $10.55 to Deadly Connections, saying, hey, here's my donation to the Aussie organization Deadly Connections. Deadly Connections' vision is to create change, promote healing, empower, and improve the outcomes for the First Nations people, families, and communities, particularly those affected by the out-of-home care / This is for the goats. Love me some goats. Thank you so much, Larkin. Amazing. So we are now ready to get into the mini games part of this good game. We have to start with a very specific game, and then from there we can start choosing from any of the games. So the first game is where is it? Letter from the Grandparents / Set Down Roots. To play this game, years ago, one of you got a letter from your grandparent. Oh, do we want to go over Lines and Veils on stream, or?
No, I just wanted to have them on screen,
totally.
on my screen.
Yeah, they're in the spreadsheet.
They are okay.
Yes,
I just wanted to check out.
the tab after minigame.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, now I see it.
Sorry. So years ago, one of you got a letter from your grandparent. They told you not to open it until you were truly exhausted with the crush of capitalism, with the monotony of the day-to-day. Well, that day has come. You have opened the letter to find a deed to a farm in a new town, and you and your friends are moving out there. Everyone plays. Decide which of you has the deed from your grandparent. After doing links, my immediate idea there is probably Cooks, who seems the most likely to be brave enough to do this thing.
That's true. Although I kind of like if somebody else got the letter and then he had to like talk them into doing it. Like, no, we should do it, man. Come on.
Today's the day.
I was thinking it might be Flo, but not if she needed to be talked into it, because I don't think she would need to be talked into it. So in that case, maybe it should be Gretchen, who would maybe need to be talked into it.
Gretchen would need to be talked into it.
Yeah, either or. Happy to go any of these directions. If it's Gretchen, I guess you have that double thing of Cooks and Flo both like pumping you up for it.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Just reading the links again, I'm worried that everyone is like, oh yeah, also Cooks like, I'm bringing my roommate. Both Gretchen and Flo are like, oh, cool.
The reason why I said it might be flow is because of the thing that they told you not to open it until you're truly exhausted by the crush of capitalism, which I think is the point that Flo is at. But it might be that like Gretchen told Flo that that's what her grandparents said,
Mhm.
and so Flo's like, "Well, aren't you exhausted yet?"
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
am.
keep complaining about your migraines.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clearly, you are exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So describe as a group what the farm looks like when you arrive, and then name something there that stands out to each of you. So remembering the one we have in every single category, what are some things we know about the farm?
I just imagine that like the actual place they're staying is like this has been abandoned for a long time, and so that's why like only a small part is habitable.
Right.
And that's why we're kind of like all crowded into sleeping bags on like the living room floor or something.
I feel like with that also, there's like not glass in the windows. There's just like canvas over the windows.
Fair. Could we say there is a pinwheel on the farm? Like, you know, those like wooden ones with the like tail that like turn to face the wind and they make that really good like noise.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Which
Like on the roof of one of the buildings.
yeah. I mean, all right. Tuk wooden pinwheel.
Yeah, weather vane. But that's what we call it because we don't know what a weather vane is. We call it a wooden pinwheel.
Oh, see, a weather vane in England is like it's usually made of metal, and then it has like the 4 cardinal directions on it, and then
That's also what I picture.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
different kinds of weather vanes.
That's fair.
I'm thinking of like a big, I want to say Midwestern windmill that I'm thinking of. I can try and find.
I'm imagining a driveway, like a long driveway that was. It is tree lined, but like some of the trees fell down over the driveway.
Oh
which is
no.
weird,
Hmm.
and it's like very covered in weeds and like small like saplings growing out of it maybe, and so we can like I don't know if we're driving here, but we have to walk up the driveway.
Yeah, I think our truck is at the bottom with all our stuff.
Yeah, we have to climb over all the fallen trees to get to the actual farm.
Awesome.
Are you thinking of a whirligig?
Me?
Yeah.
Now I'm googling.
It's a wind. It's definitely the thing I'm thinking of is definitely like a windmill, but it's
Okay.
not a windmill like one would use for actual milling of wheat. It's
No,
like
it's more of a weather vane type thing. Like it's used for looking at the wind and where the wind is coming from.
okay.
Or it's
Oh,
just
here, I've got a picture of it, I think. So
I searched.
ornamental windmills.
I searched "big wooden windmill," which is my favorite Joni Mitchell B-side.
Okay, well I can't get a. Okay,
This is a model of the thing I'm thinking of, but they do exist as like big.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that exactly.
I think of that as being like a real windmill.
Yeah.
The other ones are fake ones.
Those imposters. You go in and there's someone turning a handle. Cool. So
where should I type the driveway thing?
Oh yeah, where do we put this?
Oh, you
I'm putting it in the notes on the town and farm page.
I think I'm gonna pull from Stardew Valley and have us find a cave full of mushrooms. And that's what Cooks notices right when they get there.
Hey, Cooks, do you have the skill that lets you know what things are poison?
Not yet. Not yet. Like, oh wow, I bet I can cook with those. Hey, my body is a garbage can.
Yeah, right. The rest of us don't have that skill.
I do. I have that skill. Well, I'm going to have that skill.
Awesome. At least one of those mushrooms is like glowing, right? Like there's definitely like
definitely.
bioluminescent mushrooms in that cave, right?
I think that cave is just full of like too many different types of mushrooms to actually count at first glance. And they're like everywhere.
Some of which definitely aren't in any like book anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. So mushroom filled cave. And
Who hasn't done one yet?
I give the thing about the house being kind of abandoned.
Gotcha.
oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, canvas covered windows
also. Is there any like furniture or anything left behind in the house, or is it just like totally bare?
There's one chair.
There's like, what if there's like a couple of broken chairs and there's like a bed frame upstairs in one room?
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think it's like even worse if there is a lot of stuff there, but it's like useless. Like you've got like a giant dresser that like nothing closes. Everything's kind of warped from like leaky roof.
Yeah.
And now we've got to like carry that stuff out.
Too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's like a lot of like wood that's like damaged, like damp and
it was just like
warped.
at one point it was like the world's cutest 1950s farmhouse, and now it's just like, oh no.
Like, wait, we're living here? Maybe I'll go back.
Definitely mice.
Yeah.
Oh, but the mice are friends.
Yeah, mice are friends, but they're there.
Yeah, all the old furniture is like too big to get out the doors and too broken to repair.
Yeah.
It's just like the worst possible combination.
And also covered in dust.
Mm-hmm.
But we might find cool stuff there. Who knows?
There's a door to the basement, but none of us have been brave enough to open it.
I was going to say the same thing about a door to the attic, so there's both.
We're just like huddled in this one room, like too scared to look.
I heard there's ghosts in this town.
Okay, sorry, I got one more thing. Sorry, I know you're supposed to be one big person, but there's like an old metal water pump. I just insist. Because water pumps are fun.
And when we pump it the first time, just like a whole bunch of rust comes out.
Yeah, but it's still like too much fun to like pump it. I don't know.
Hey, do we all have our tetanus shots?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I have nothing. I was just gonna add
okay.
old rusty pump. It's me, Rusty Pump.
So it says here, each of us gains one farm experience. Take turns describing scenes and where you gain that experience. Other players can be present, but they do not gain the same experience.
Awesome.
So, I guess that's next.
I would love to immediately gain the wait, that's poison experience.
Sounds gonna be important, I think.
I think with cooks, maybe, because you seem to be the one that's most interested in the mushrooms.
I think I just start picking them, yeah.
So there's a scene where we all just kind of like are exploring the grounds of the farm. And I don't think that I purposefully go to the cave with you, but like we both stumble upon it, and I stumble upon it after you're already in there.
After I'm like reaching to put a mushroom in my mouth.
Cooks, wait.
Oh, what?
You can't just eat a random mushroom.
Why not? It probably tastes good.
Do you know how many mushrooms are poisonous in the world?
I mean, yeah, but probably not this one, right?
Probably yes, that one. It's like a glowing, like green mushroom.
No, this looks magical, not like poisonous. Come on.
Cooks, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. I mean, I'll at least look it up first.
And then it's like we just narrate that we like start looking it up together. We start researching mushrooms together, and that's how I gain the weight that's poison.
Do you have the big book of mushrooms? Like, what are you researching in?
I think there's a library in town that has that, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And while we're there, Flo takes out like every book on plants that she can find.
Same with cooks, but with cooking books.
Nice.
One of the things in the
Us walking back, trying to get up this laneway, carrying stacks of books,
and then dumping them on our not quite like upright table.
yeah. And everyone else is like, "Is this really the priority right now?"
That is the table. Like, what? Enough of those and a door on top of it? It's a table. So one of the things in the setup for this game is someone there to show you around the farm. And also, if you meet any of the townsfolk, make a link with them. I was wondering if you, since you were in the library, whether a second dawn was there.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
Also, did we see the goats on the way?
Definitely.
I think I'm gonna have a dark link with the goats that's just, why are there goats on the roofs?
New dislike for cooks. Also goats. You can bond with a second dog over it. Doesn't say what a second dawn, like what types of strange old books she's looking at. So is it, yeah.
I think it could be anything.
What if the thing, like, you're like, okay, here's the books we need on mushrooms kind of thing, and second dawn is like, no, if you have moved up to that farm, you need this book on mushrooms, and it's like ye occult, like big heavy letter. It's like mushrooms that no one's ever heard of, and these like illustrated, like ink drawings.
Occult mushrooms
The
and
U
how
in
to make wine out of them.
V, and there's an E on the end.
Yeah, it's just like someone's grimoire that was like left behind, like some witch in town left this in the library.
Okay, I need to look at these links again. What page is links on again?
Oh, it's
like 5, 6, somewhere in there.
It is 7.
7, yeah. I think I would like a heart link with a second dawn, because she immediately warned us of something, and so
True.
like this is someone to look to for the strange things happening in this town, or the strange things we discover in this town, or in this farm, this land. Yeah.
Can I pitch Second Dawn getting a mastery link with at least one of you, which is basically like, these out-of-towners are going to die if I don't keep them safe?
Probably like, with cooks.
You are messing with forces you don't understand, and that means I need to make you understand them.
Probably.
Perfect. Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Great. So whose skill was that? Sorry.
That was.
That was mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, that's poison.
I have a pitch for gaining show and tell, which is basically it's like over the course of the day or like whenever. One of the things that's being discussed is like, okay, we need to sleep in one of these rooms, and that means we need to get all the furniture out of that room. And I think over the next like 40 minutes or whatever, like Gretchen and Flo and Cooks are all like doing super good job of like moving like wardrobes and like desks and chests of drawers and like these big old like disgusting armchair that you know is full of mice and like just like all these like hundreds and hundreds of like bulky big furniture, and they're like profusely sweating. And then I think Payless, like after all this, like all of you are like resting and exhausted, and comes out carrying like one single chair, and it's just like, we did it everyone, great job. And I think it's just like it's so absurd that Payless thinks like he has contributed as much that I think it just like sets like a ripple of laughter around the group, who are both like unimpressed, but also like there's something kind of charming about like the excessive confidence of this absolute idiot.
Yeah, it's like we're all just exhausted, and you like saying that made us realize how much work we had done. And we're like, oh yeah, you're right.
We did do it.
You did do it.
So, for my skill, everybody's scared of going into the basement, and I think that I learn to be undeterred by bumps in the night and call on my will of steel, and I open that basement door and go into the basement.
Is the basement just the mines?
Yes, you hit it.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, I open
Amazing.
the door, and the stairs just keep going, and occasionally like there's little shafts off to one or the side, and it's just like that first mine that you make in Minecraft underneath your little like dirt hut, that just goes straight down, like not straight down, but like stairs down and down and down as maybe forever. And I find the mines.
Amazing.
All right, so for my skill, I think I'm gonna take impeccable taste. And I think after all of that hard work and Payless's making us all burst into laughter, we all realize like how hungry we are, and so we head into town and get food at, where did it go?
The long afternoon.
Yes, at the long afternoon. And I think it's just like the best pie I've ever, the best cherry pie.
Oh no! You don't know where we are? Never seen trees like this.
Lean into that.
So, Lacey
and
Long and Constance Quiche Lorraine should have a link with somebody.
Yes, I think definitely Cooks is going to. If anybody else wants to as well, that's fine.
Would Cooks be looking to learn from them?
Yeah, I think so.
So they should have a.
So it would be mastery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think I'm gonna go bug them for recipes and things.
Do you think Lacey and Quiche get like a light link with Cooks, who's like shown up and is just like raving about this pie and how good it is, and it's like very charming to meet a new person and also for that person to like compliment your work greatly?
Yeah, definitely.
I think maybe Amos is there, because he's always there.
Yeah, he is always there.
And I think that he instantly can somehow smell the technology on
Smells like
Gretchen.
circuit boards.
Yeah. And I think that they take an instant dislike to each other.
Oh. I love the idea that Amos is like, oh, I'm moving into the farm. Oh, I've never seen an Atari plow a field, huh? Awesome. We just got another donation. James donated $27 to Split 70. Thank you so much, James. That's awesome.
Okay, so is that all of the skills? All the experiences?
think so.
Think so. What is the first? I'm like really intrigued to imagine this like first night of the four of us like sleeping in our sleeping bags on the floor, and what the mood is like between the four of us.
I think Cooks is feeling pretty good after the dinner and after we managed to clean out this room. Like, when you've worked hard all day, you kind of don't care where you sleep, I feel like. Just like, oh, well, I'm glad to be sleeping, even if it's here.
I think Flo is like lying on her back with her like hands behind her head, looking at the ceiling and talking about how excited she is to start a berry patch because she found some raspberries when she was walking around the farm, and she's like, I want to expand this, and then I can provide berries to quiche for her pies, and or whoever made the pies, whichever one of them made the pies. And is just very excited about that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that I'm sleeping tonight. Like, it's just, I think that, like, part of it is that it's very uncomfortable. And the other part is just like, what is down there? There's just stairs going down. What I must know.
I just realized because of the physics of Palus, like even when he is like lying horizontal, that balloon must be going vertical, which is a great image. Yeah, I think Palus is definitely like, should we put something over the door that goes down to those stairs?
I mean, it's already got a door.
Does the door lock?
It had a keyhole. But
Okay.
We don't have a key.
So no is the answer to this question, right?
Yeah. But maybe if we look around, we'll find one.
Cooks starts snoring loudly.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's not long before Palus follows suit, but I think his snoring is like the sound of the air like escaping from the balloon and then reinflating.
I am so curious about Palus. Whole thing. You said that he has a new like face. He draws on a new face. Does that mean he has a new balloon every day?
Nope. He just washes off the old one.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Sounds like maybe that scene.
And
I think so.
Gretchen and Flo just keep talking as the other fall asleep, and then eventually we also fall asleep. But we're both just excitedly talking about our own projects that we want to do.
Cool. So now we can move on to our next game. So the person who gets to pick the first game is the one who most recently considered quitting
You were cutting out.
Oh, sorry. So the next game, the person who picks the first game is the person who most recently considered quitting their job.
At least once a week for me, so.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it's you. Right?
All right,
Is
sounds
it?
good. Let me look through these games.
And just as a heads up, there's a game called Wear and Tear, which we play after every third game. So every fourth game will be Wear and Tear kind of thing.
Gotcha. I think we're probably starting with long, hot summer days.
Perfect.
Makes sense.
Should we read out the whole game?
Sure, yeah, maybe the first time we do each game, just so.
Okay. It's not all socializing and having fun on the farm. Sometimes you need to roll up your sleeves and deal with tasks. At least one person plays. Declare something that you want to work on at the farm, such as painting a building, planting a crop, tending to the animals, or any other chore. The goal of this game is to complete a clock that represents your chore of choice. Decide with the group how difficult the chore is. An easy farm chore has a 4-step clock, medium 6, hard 10. Start with 1 die for each person working on the chore you've chosen. Add a die for every person helping, and for each skill you use to try and help with the task. Roll all the dice and add up the results. You have 1 chance. If you fill an easy clock, declare what it does around the farm. If you fill a medium clock, someone sees your hard work and compliments you. Declare what you fix around the farm. I keep saying harm. With a hard clock, increase the farm stat by 1.
Could we say that the chore is like just fixing the house in general, and we each do a different part of it?
I like that, and we can call it a hard clock.
Because I feel like that would be our first step, because we were all pretty uncomfortable the first night.
So is everyone pitching in here?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
Flo's gonna fix the roof. Flo likes to climb, doesn't mind heights.
I'd be happy to.
Definitely setting up the stove/oven.
Nice. I have a skill which is team synergy, lead a team to success. I'd be super happy to use that here to give us an extra dice as well.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Let me look at my
Cool.
I would like to use my... Oh my goodness. Switching tabs. Okay. I would like to use the lunch up high skill.
That makes sense.
Because I'm climbing on the roof to fix the roof.
I love the idea that there's like a moment. I don't know how far away our farm is, but like you're on the roof, you look out, one of the goats looks, and you just have a moment of understanding.
Yes.
Are we good with that?
I can contribute too. I could contribute fix it with common sense advice.
That makes sense. What part of the house are you fixing?
I think what would be the place where I could use the most common sense advice?
The windows need to be fixed.
Yeah. Like, of course. Like maybe we should use something other than some torn up canvas.
Cool. So is that 7 dice, I think? I don't think I have a skill I want to use here.
Yeah. Also, just Payless definitely isn't helping, but is wandering around with a clipboard and just like telling everyone what a great job they're doing, and is making sure you all are in communication with each other about what is happening. It's like Flo's on the roof, and Payless is like, Flo.
Yeah.
Flo.
Yes. What?
Cooks has fixed the stove.
Just like sticks a thumbs up out over the roof.
Okay, great. You're doing great. Keep it up. And then like wanders up to find Gretchen and be like, Gretchen, Cooks fixed the stove. It's just like so stupid. It shouldn't be helping, but somehow it is.
It's good to know that other people are working hard too.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, emphasis on other people.
All right.
All right.
So slash roll 7d6. We got a 24. I think we're good.
We're good.
Amazing.
All right.
So
I think we're upping comfort probably.
cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice.
So
Nice. So we can just change the 1 to a 2 and it autofills. Yay, amazing.
A cot, a tight kitchen, your own private space. Kmart
Nice.
brand snacks.
so we have our own rooms now. I don't think there's I don't think there's 4 bedrooms in this farmhouse. I don't feel like it's that big. But we can be
There's-
roommates again.
Maybe there aren't 4 bedrooms, but there was like a dining room and a living room and a kitchen, and we're using like the dining, living room, and the bedroom. That's our
That makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah. Do we eat it? I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Do we eat in the
just eat in the
kitchen? Do we
kitchen,
eat
yeah.
outside, or we just like go into someone's bedroom and be like, "Hello"?
Just wander everywhere.
Awesome. Great. Amazing. So
If we
who would
use a
like-
skill, do we then
Oh, we
gain
need to get
any
a farm skill.
experience?
Good
Yeah.
call. I'm going to take Sturdy Foundations, which is creations built to last. That is learning by watching and absolutely not learning by doing. But like, saw you all like put in the work, saw the way like the house like came together, and it's like probably the first moment of awareness for Payless being like, damn, like I want to be able to fix a roof. I want to know how to do these things.
Nice. I think I'm gonna take show and tell. You're proud of your accomplishments and it's contagious. Yes, we didn't mention before that was a move that Payless took from the gardener
Yeah.
experiences.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we both have that skill now.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Flo, I'd say both our accomplishments are pretty contagious. Our pride is very contagious. We have that in common,
Glares.
I'm gonna take dig deep because I think that once we're done, I decide to go explore the mines, and I just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and seeing what's down there, like looking at the walls change as we go further down.
Amazing.
I'm being very literal with the dig deep.
Yeah, fair. Cool. So does someone have an idea for the next game? Which obviously doesn't have to include all of us and can include NPCs and such. I would be happy to do one if we want.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'd like to have a conversation with Eldora to like go to the hardware store for the first time, and like after seeing everyone do such an amazing job fixing the house, this is Payless like being proactive about wanting to learn how to help, I think. So talk with the townsfolk. It doesn't happen often, but today is an easy day. That might not be true. Again, Payless might have just wandered off. The chores are done, the farm is intact, nothing is on fire. It's time to head into town and meet and chat with the townsfolk. 2 people play. You need a deck of cards to play this game. The goal of the game is to get 3 pairs of cards. 1 person plays a farmer, and the other person, one of the townsfolk. Shuffle the deck, and then have both players draw 7 cards and state a goal for the conversation. This can be something like, learn about your home life, or become closer friends, or anything else. Take turns. On your turn, ask the other player a question. and let them respond, and then ask for one of their cards to try and complete a pair in your hand. If they don't have the card you asked for, either draw from the deck or spend a skill to ask for a different one. If you have already drawn from the deck once and do not want to spend any skills, it's the next player's turn. The first person to get 3 pairs of cards wins the conversation, and their goal completes. Obviously, townsfolk don't have skills to spend in this game, so the player characters kind of have the advantage for making their pairs. Would anyone like to play Eldora?
I'd like to play her.
Okay.
So I draw 7 cards, right?
I can put them in your hand if you want.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah.
Nice. I have 2 pairs already, just so you know. I think,
Okay, what is your goal?
Oh yeah, my goal is to like make a mentor of you, I guess. It's like Eldora is the person who knows about hardware and building things, and Payless wants to know about these things. So it's like bringing Eldora on board to like start teaching me stuff. Probably not paying. Probably just looking for free labor and education from an old woman who is trying to run a store.
Yeah, my goal is definitely to sell some junk to this gullible young kid. He's probably not going to be here next week.
Totally. Awesome. What's the inside of this store look like as the bell dings and I walk in?
It's actually very big. Like it's a very big and roomy, like concrete, just kind of like a very bare concrete building. That just is just full of junk, like not very well organized. And it has like, it's not just like what you would think of as being a hardware store. It also kind of doubles as a general store. So it's got like a random little toy aisle, and it's just got like all sorts of random stuff in it.
Payless is definitely like wandering around that toy aisle looking for tools.
Oh, honey, what can I do for you?
Oh, hi. I'm Payless. He offers a hand.
She shakes it.
We just moved into Pinwheel Farm, up the way.
I saw that. Yeah, everybody's been talking about it in town. Now I imagine if you're up there, you're in need of some supplies.
I am. What I'm looking for is like a thing, and it's got compressed air, and it goes like, and then it makes things stick together. Do you know what that is called?
Is that your first question for the?
Yeah, the first question is, do you know what a nail gun is?
Yes. And she pulls off. She like leads you to a to the tools aisle, and then pulls out the most expensive and fancy nail gun she has. It's like, this is exactly what you need.
So now you ask for a card, right?
Yeah, I was gonna pitch. Could Eldora like know something about like one of the tools that Flo was using, like because the bird saw it, and it's like this is the first time we see it. Townsfolk know a piece of
Definitely.
information.
I was gonna say that, like, if you come back with a whole bunch of tools, Flo's gonna be like, I already have like a few of these. Like, why do you want to buy more?
Cool. So, do you have any 5s?
No.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna draw from the deck. Oh, look at that. I got 3 fingers. The easiest conversation ever.
Congrats, you got a nail gun.
Okay.
Nice.
Is there something endearing about my gullibility and willingness to like buy every single thing that you recommend me?
I think it's not just. I think it's also just that it's not as fun if you're that gullible.
Right.
And she starts to feel a little bit bad. So I'm thinking like, and yeah. And plus the bird said that the roof person was a good worker, so I think she even says that she's like, why don't you bring your friend next time? She seems like a good worker.
Okay. If I do, will you show us how to fix some stuff? Because there's that big windmill, and I'd love to get it running again, but
Pinwheel.
big there's a big turnstile, and that goes
That's the word
around.
every time.
That's exactly what you would say if you're from.
But it doesn't go like at the moment. It just goes like.
Oh yes, that has to be fixed. You're right. I suppose if I teach you, you'll need supplies, right? So, okay, I'll do it.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. This town is so friendly. I'm blown away already.
That'll be $25, please.
Well, this nail gun was not as expensive as I thought. Perfect. Yeah, I think the shot of Payless like leaving the store, just like I was gonna say beaming, but he has to have gone in beaming because the face is drawn on at the start of the day. So yeah, I think comes out like just loaded with tools and is excited to have a mastery link now with Eldor. Probably me to you, right?
Yeah. I don't think that she believes that you're going to learn much yet.
Totally.
So I think she
That's
just has but I think she might have a light link, like sort of like the like that you have towards somebody who's kind of pathetic.
Just like total lost puppy vibes.
Yeah, lost puppy. Yeah.
Her like just says, "Aw."
Amazing. Perfect. So that's been 3 games, right? So we go to a wear and tear. So page 24.
I can read it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, totally.
Time continues to press on at the farm. Things will inevitably wear down and need to be repaired. Increase one of your farm stats by 1. Describe what the lot of you are fixing up and how you are doing it. Where did you get the parts you're using? What's hard about the repairs? What will be improved now that you've done them? Each player should pick one of the following prompts and answer it. And I think we can just read out the ones we choose.
Sure. Should we answer these questions of like, where did you get the parts? What's hard about the repairs and what will be improved?
Probably Eldora's story, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It'd be fun if they were also like just stuff that we find around randomly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Like
Does
stuff
someone
in
have a bird?
There is this person outside my house every night, pretty much without fail, just starts like whistling, I think, for their dogs, and it is just so obnoxious. And I don't
Literally
understand
sounds
how
like
they
a
do it every
Buffy,
single
like a
night.
bird.
Yeah, I thought you
I thought
somebody
it was
on
a
the
bird.
bird.
I got so excited.
So sorry, it's not.
It's okay. We don't have birds in our game, so it's fine. I would love to deal with the to do beauty up to 2. I
Totally.
think we should focus on the plants and the actual farming part of the farm, maybe.
Yeah, that makes
now.
sense.
Totally. So when it goes up to 2, we have solid buildings, bland architecture, a diamond in the rough, a fixer-upper.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Is that like finishing a lot of those kind of the same jobs that
Yeah.
we kind of saw before? Like, and maybe the reason it like finally finishes is because Payless isn't just trying to organize things and actually
Also,
like
yeah.
has a drill and is being taught how to like
Yeah.
screw things in and yeah.
So we each say what part we're doing,
Mhm.
and
and
then
pick a pro. Well, pick a yeah.
okay.
I I have a pitch for Payless and Flow for the extra set of hands thing, which is, if you are like using a power drill to like screw in screws and you don't put enough pressure into it, you just like keep going off the screw and you're
Yeah.
not like driving it into the wood. It's scenes of Payless doing that over and over until Flows just comes and is like, look, put your freaking shoulder into it, and like one arm, and we get Payless like looking at her very buff arm as she pushes this screw into the frame and is like blushing. Yeah, totally.
And then just does like the rest of the frame in like a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Like it's taken him so
Here,
long
I'll
to
show
put
you,
like
and then
3
just, like,
screws in.
Yeah.
That might change to a heart link, I think, for me.
That hasn't changed for me. I was annoyed.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
She big for the heart link.
Cooks is going to make sure music and refreshment are flowing during the workday, keeping spirits up. What music are you playing? What food is everyone eating? For the food, I think he's made a not like amazing, but pretty good raspberry tart with some of those raspberries that I forget who found them, but
Me. That would
yeah.
be me.
And then for music, I am trying to come up with a good reference for music.
Is there there's like a few townsfolk with like musical stuff, like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to start bringing someone in?
See, I know a Second Dawn likes music with a lot of bass. Oh, we have the jazz pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Forsyth hums as well, which I feel like has the potential. And
You just invite like whoever wants to come from the town to do like a jam session in our kitchen while we're working.
And none of them like each other's music. I think, yeah, so I think.
Can a Second Dawn play a bass guitar? Please.
Perfect. Yes. So I think a Second Dawn and Bad Larry show up, and yeah, have a jam session that doesn't go like the greatest, but goes kind of decently.
It's like Bad Larry being like, no, just like a walking bass, just like so he can like comp some jazz over the top.
And
she's
she's
just
like ripping out a bass solo.
I feel like they need a link now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rivals.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Bad Larry says something like, "I need to make this kid a mix CD of like."
Oh, so maybe
It's like-
Bad Larry's link is mastery.
Right.
Second
Yeah.
and hers is rival.
Right.
Yeah, hers is rival. Bad Larry won't let me jam.
But Bad Larry is definitely recommending like I know that like 70s like prog jazz with like really wild bass lines, like Weather Report and stuff. Like it's definitely trying to gear it, but it is still jazz. Like
And like I think if a second Dawn took the time to like listen to it, she'd probably be decently into it, but has not taken that step.
Hey, what the heck is a CD player? Also, I think Experience is also in that scene, but like just like repeating those songs and the like the music that she is hearing like back to herself.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Nice. I would like to do. You've asked some friends from town to come in and help. Do they show up? What do they bring? How do they help? This is for clearing the fallen trees and everything off the driveway. Who would come? I feel like
if you asked him, Arcanth Trust
yeah, I was
would
gonna
come
say
'cause he's
Arcanth
like
Trust.
trying to connect with people.
Yeah. Maybe like maybe Flo like goes into town and talks to like one person that she knows. Well, she knows a couple people now. She talks to like the lesbians that own the own the store or own the restaurant, and she's like, do you think anyone could help me? And then they kind of like put a call out for helpers for this day that we're gonna do a big cleanup or a big fix up and Arcanth comes, and who else?
Frederick seems like a good option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick. Maybe like almost everyone comes, not to help, but just like it's like a barn raising type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
So everyone who can like physically helps, and everyone who can just be like encouraging from the side or is just like hanging out on the sidelines or like watching the jam session or participating in the jam session.
Eldora is like trying to make sure Payless doesn't get hurt.
Eldora has taken over because Flo got exasperated.
They're tag teaming.
Yeah.
How is this with like the our disposition of like the older folks are like have this bad relationship with our grandparents and the younger
Oh,
folks.
that's true.
Yeah, I think Amos is staying home. He's like, Smurf.
So
I think we've gotten the Lacey and Constance on our side. So I think they probably show up. Who else is old?
Father Hearsay is extremely old.
That's true.
Potentially, I guess.
But he isn't there something specific about him with like young people?
Young stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's like the shop, maybe like not fully in the foreground, but like it's implied that Solus is like maybe giving a bit of a talking down to like some of the elders. They're like, come on.
Yeah.
He does also dislike folk from the city who don't respect the calm of this place, and we did just throw a big party.
So yeah, he's probably not here.
He's probably reserving judgment.
Oh, this one says I'm supposed to forge links with people if they help. Let's see. Probably a light link with Arcanth. Clicking between tabs.
How does Arcanth help?
I think just anytime somebody says like, "Hey, can somebody help with this?" He's like, "Yeah, I can do that," whether he can or not.
Okay. Then I've got but you've got to finish your link. Okay.
I'm just gonna say like, not friends yet, but like, friendly and helpful is like how she sees him.
Yeah.
At this point. And maybe for some reason in my head I've decided that Quiche knows a lot about berry growing, and so maybe Flo will have a mastery link with Quiche for learning gardening stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
So I would say, oh no, Arcanth got hurt during the repairs. What happened?
Oh no.
His experiences minimize the damage. How has the injured party helped, and are they able to recover? So Arcanth doesn't know how to use a hammer or something, and smashes his thumb, and I think that I'm trying to remember what my experiences are. I had an idea for this, and now I've already forgotten. And I'm able to identify what's wrong and help him recover. And yeah, I want to get a dark link with Arcanth, that he's somebody who pretends that he knows what he's doing.
Perfect.
I have a lot of dark links.
Oh no.
Sometimes people just aren't very impressive, and it's I imagine Arcanth is like, but I played a carpenter in a movie. Awesome. Is that everyone?
I went.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, cool. So it is break time because you always take a break after wear and tear, and also we are more than halfway through the stream now, so it's a good time to take a break.
I used one of my experiences, so I'm just going to say that I'm going to take Canary in a Coal Mine, which is spot a problem before it comes a disaster. I think is what happened.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You've got to stop pretending to you know how to do these things.
Okay, awesome. So shall we take another 5 and then come back? We are back with the Roll Plus Justice 48-hour stream, which we now have 90 minutes left of. So you got 90 minutes left to donate to any of the amazing causes. My browser decided to explode, and as such, I don't have the tiny URLs in front of me. But
they are also linked down in the description.
Yes.
Of the stream.
Yeah. So please check those out. I'm so sorry that my browser decided today, and right now was the exact second it was going to just say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with this farm, and I'm done with you.
That's okay. We can read. Well, you have the PDF, and we can type things out for you.
Yeah, totally.
If you can't get it loaded.
Yeah. If we're good to go back into the game, and I will. if people are good to choose their next game, and I will catch up just as soon as this
No worries.
Yeah.
calms down.
I had an idea.
Perfect.
I was thinking about doing a magical surge
Ooh.
with Gretchen. If you either whichever we would rather do, either I go with you into the mine and we discover something, or you happen to be out with me while I'm like working on my berry patch and something happens there.
I think we've seen more about the mine than the berry patch, so I want to learn about the berry patch.
Okay. All right. So maybe Flo has been like badgering Gretchen to like get out into the sunshine, and like you spent your whole like job in the city being inside glued to a screen, and now you're inside in the dark like
I've somehow
digging.
gotten even paler.
Yeah. Like you need to like be outside for a little bit, so I like drag you out to help me with planting some strawberries.
All right.
Sure.
I guess I'm playing the magic then.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is on page
30.
30.
Does somebody want to read it out?
I can read it.
Okay.
A magical surge. Something amazing is happening. You can feel electricity in the air and magic in the walls. You need to take advantage of this. Setup. At least 2 people play. One is a farmer following the magical surge, and the other is the magic itself, or 2 are farmers. The player portraying the magic asks at least 2 of the below questions to the farmer, but can ask more if they want to. The game ends when the farmer gives up, or the magic decides they've reached the end. So.
All right, so you guys are outside working on the berry patch, is that right?
Yeah. I think Flo is like on her knees in the dirt digging, and maybe Gretchen is like walking along beside me and like putting seeds in as we go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the magic's gonna start with, there is something watching you, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot find it. Do you search it out or ignore it?
So Flo keeps like pausing and like looking over her shoulder.
What are you looking for?
Don't you feel that? She's like staring off towards what direction? Towards
out into the forest, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I guess now that you say it, I do. There's something watching us.
Yeah. Weird. And then goes back to digging.
So
Hey,
ignore
no,
it.
you have to go look for it.
Do we?
I mean, aren't you a little bit curious?
Yes. Okay, let's finish this row. And like we finish this row of strawberries and then go.
I'm just like throwing the seeds.
Yeah. Or maybe we do like a couple more, and then I notice that you're like not doing it carefully at all. I'm like, okay, whatever, let's just go now and we'll finish this later.
So we don't have to do the whole row over again.
Yeah.
So do you guys go out into the woods then?
Yeah, we start walking towards the forest. And Flo is like wiping her hands on her coveralls.
I think you can feel the pull taking you through dangerous and choppy terrain. Do you push on? And that's just like the woods are getting thicker and thicker.
I think it's also that like we're on a cliff, because like
True.
the whole farm itself is like on the edge of the mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like woods and cliff at the same time, and like you could fall down and just like trip on a root, and yeah.
Are you guys going uphill or downhill?
I think we're going downhill because that's scarier.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That's what I was
We're like
thinking.
helping each other over and through and around on all these obstacles.
You hit like little
Yes, we
slopes
push
that
on.
like push you into a run.
Yeah.
All right. You arrive at a table covered in items. You get the sense you're supposed to leave something behind here. Do you leave something or take something instead? And yeah, I think it just like opens up into like a small clearing with a pond, and next to the pond is the table.
Oh, weird.
This is what?
What kind of items are there?
Hmm. I don't have an idea, apparently.
Is the key to the basement?
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I think there's
Maybe it's all
definitely
keys.
Ooh. Why does
perfect.
it
It's all
shove them all
keys.
over it?
What is this? Is
Do we
Gretchen
have
just gonna grab them all?
I mean, but we're supposed to leave something. There's like
Are
an
we?
empty space that's exactly the size of like a key.
The only key we have. Well, we can't leave the key to the farmhouse.
Well, we have 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
Go in and get Eldora to make coffee.
There's a truck key.
I mean, I still have the key to my apartment.
Let's put that sucker on there.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore.
Hmm.
And it's like I think it's like one of those novelty keys that's like printed with a design of strawberries.
Cat. Oh, strawberries.
Yeah, puts that down.
Okay, I think that's gonna be the end.
Okay.
At the end of the game, the player portraying the surge decides what the farmers. Oh, I meant to ask: are you guys also taking any keys or just leaving one?
I think I just leave one. I don't want to. I don't want to lock the mine.
True.
Actually.
Yes. So the player portraying the surge decides what the farmer's reward is. It can be anything, including increasing a farm stat, finishing a project at the farm instantly, or changing a link. Let me look at our farm stat. What happens if I change that to 2? Okay.
What if
Yeah.
we come back? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what if we come back and the plants that we were planting are
That's what
just
I was
like,
gonna say.
yeah.
Like
Are
the
you ready
entire,
to grow?
not just the strawberries, but like the whole berry patch is just there.
Yeah, that's perfect for what I was thinking, which
Like
is
they've
that
even started growing.
it's gonna increase sustainability on the farm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just takes care of one big piece of our work.
Cool. And the way back is always easier than the way in, it says, than the path in.
So maybe you just like walk along a slope and you're back at the
And like suddenly we're back at the berry patch. We're like, oh, we found a berry patch. Wait,
this is the
this
berry
is our berry patch.
patch. Excellent.
Awesome. Just to let you all know that I am back. Everything is. I just can't go
Yay.
into row 20 right now. So like card games might not be for me right now. And also before I keep putting it off, but we did get another anonymous donation of $13.12 to split 70 with the message, yes, all cops. Oh, sorry, it's the Black Visions Collective to saying yes, all cops.
Love it.
I might have used proper procedure for that scene, because I was making sure that we were doing the planting right the first time.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Not
I like
letting
that.
me throw the seeds everywhere.
I might have had endless endurance.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh my
Gretchen
gosh.
is
Show if I
fitting into
gained
this
something.
farm life quickly. Okay, who hasn't picked a game so far?
Would I gain green thumb from amazing my friends with these magical berries that just grew? Berry patch that just grew itself, even though it wasn't me that did it.
This is like a stew pot, right? Where you always gain a farm experience, right?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I need to gain one, and I think that green thumb makes the most sense for that scene.
Mhm.
Probably.
But you can have it be an unrelated scene if you want.
True.
I'm gonna take I basically live there. I think like I have been spending so much time in the mines that I can just see in the dark. I, actually, maybe like literally because this is a magical place, I have cat eye now. Cat eyes now. And they're very creepy and great.
Amazing.
This is from those berries after eating the berries that just grew. It's like,
Ooh, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And we have another donation of $50 to Split 70, which is from all the folks at Pinwheel Farm.
Awesome.
Cool. So next jobs.
Has everybody picked one at this point, or
I haven't picked one.
go for it?
For a heated disagreement, can that be between two villagers? And the mediator is a farmer?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, totally. Let me just
So a heated
double-check.
disagreement is
That's what it is in Stew Pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can be a PC or an NPC, or two NPCs or two PCs. Yeah. That are fighting.
a heated disagreement. A conversation has escalated into a disagreement, and it's in danger of going even further. Quick, someone stop it. Setup. At least 3 people play. 2 people are on opposite sides of a disagreement, and 1 person is the mediator. Declare what skills are being used in this disagreement. Each side of the argument starts with 1 die. Then add 1 for each player on your side of the argument, and 1 for each skill used. Okay, but if both the NPCs are, so I guess maybe they just don't get dice for that.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it depends if player characters would theoretically agree with your side of the argument, or if they're there like backing you up, like kind of thing.
Yeah,
I guess depends.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna say that one of the restaurateurs has gotten sick of Amos. Just hanging around the diner all day and like picking arguments with other people who visit the diner, and they want him to either buy more than a coffee or not spend all day there.
Valid.
So yeah, I don't know who would be more likely of Lorraine and of Quiche and Lacey.
I think Lacey is presented originally as like the more uptight one, I guess, for want of a better turn of phrase, but
Doesn't like when she's not working
yeah.
and doesn't like cooking.
I think
Okay.
that works.
I'll be Amos. Would somebody be Lacey?
I can be. Who's the mediator for this scene also?
Yeah, I guess that's a good question. Should
Mm.
I was gonna say, does Cooks have a link with
Yes,
or like
Yeah,
wants to like
Cooks would-
learn? So it's like if you want someone
Yeah.
else there, maybe.
that would
Yeah,
make
so
sense for you to be
I
there.
feel like he's probably gonna side with Lacey,
Mhm.
but so I don't know if that counts as a mediator. Like, it's just like, no, they're right. Get out.
Actually, I think I could be the mediator. Like maybe Cooks is also there. Maybe we're
Yeah, I
both
think
here.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm more impartial on the argument.
You're like dropping off the latest delivery of like fresh berries.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, how did you grow these this fast?
Just like talking to Quiche in the background while this starts happening, and then
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe Amos is like arguing with one of their guests or something.
Yeah, I think Amos is watching, like there's like a little TV that's like posted on in the wall, and he's watching some news story about like, I don't know, millennials killing Applebee's, and and he's like, yeah, kids these days.
is he getting an argument with Cooks then?
I think he's getting in an argument with Father Hearsay, right? Because
Right, yes, that makes
Oh,
sense.
interesting.
Because Hearsay like
yeah,
wants people to listen to the kids.
yeah, he's just like, kids these days don't have respect for Applebee's.
Who wants to play Father Hearsay?
Well, I don't think the
that's
point
that's
is really about.
That's what's starting Lacey. That's what's making Lacey
Oh, that's
come
true.
over. Yeah.
I imagine like Father Hearsay is like, he's like, come on, Amos, back in your day, like you were a troublemaker too, right? Like Father Amos knew, Father Hearsay knew Amos when Amos was a kid, right? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
because he's always been here. I think Lacey like comes over and switches off the TV, like as a bold power move to start an argument.
I was watching that.
Yeah, I know, and you weren't buying anything.
I bought something right here. And he holds up his coffee cup.
Yeah, and you have infinite refills. You come in one, and every day you try and argue with me that since you paid for your coffee yesterday, you should still get free refills today because they're infinite refills.
I mean, that's the meaning of infinite, right? Like, if you like put limits on days, it's not even, that's finite. Oh yeah, what are we supposed to do for this game?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Good setup.
So each side starts with one die. And then add one for each player on your side of the argument.
Okay.
So Cooks is on
Lacey's
Lacey's side.
Okay. Is Cooks offering any skills as well?
I think so. I think just did a bad thing. Don't regret the thing you did, and we'll see how that comes up.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Good
not
turn.
on either side.
So
Okay.
3-1 by the sounds of it.
Oh no.
The game ends when both sides have conceded or you have rolled more than double the opposite's roll.
Okay.
So at the beginning of each turn, both sides roll.
Okay. My roll 20 is misbehaving, so if someone could roll 3 dice for Lacey.
I can do the Lacey side.
Oh, weird. I don't know why it said I'm rolling 2d6.
So there's the 3. Is this 5 the 1d6?
Yeah.
Okay. The game ends when you've rolled more than double the opposite side roll, and that's already happened.
Oh no.
Do we still play out this
I think we probably
One-
play out this
one
at least.
round? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm escalating, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. I mean, I can't remove any dice from my pool, so I'm gonna escalate too. I'm like, you should be giving me twice as much coffee every day, or something like that. Because I've been cheating me for so long of my rightful amount of coffee.
I think she's like, Amos, the way we're heading, I'm going to be serving you absolutely no coffee, let alone more coffee.
You know what might get rid of him is if we get rid of this TV and Cooks just like picks up the TV and is walking towards the trash.
I think at that point, Flo like steps in and is like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" Cooks, and like holds out her hands for the TV. That's not necessary. Puts it back.
I'm going to take this TV where it can't cause any more arguments to my room, where I can plug in my Nintendo.
And I think she like comes and just stands like in front of you two, like with her arms folded, and she's like,
Look, if I stay here, if I don't complain about the youngins, can I just drink my coffee in peace? It's not like you don't have room.
Lacey, how much does it hurt you that how much does it hurt you for Amos to only pay for one coffee per day?
It's not about the amount of money that Amos pays, it's the amount of business that he drives away.
Okay.
People don't want to
if
come in
Amos
here.
if Amos promises not to cause the trouble that he's been causing, do you think it's okay for him to continue coming? And Amos, if you break that promise, I would say it's fair for Lacey to kick you out.
I'll grant you that. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I think Lacey turns to like face the like kitchen window, like the pass, and I think Keisha's there. Like, what do we always say? Take care of anyone who walks through that door. That means Amos too. And Lacey's like, grumble. Okay, you can keep coming, keep getting coffee, but no more instigation. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Your coffee's good. It's worth it.
It is good. You know what? Best coffee in the town.
You know what? I'll take a coffee. Flo like claps her hands. She's like, now we got that sorted.
I think Cooks is gonna learn farm to table from that, impress with quality, and he's gonna learn that like the tricks to that coffee.
Nice. I used let the needs of the people be heard. Collective bargaining.
That's perfect.
And what would I learn? Spot something with harmful intent and take it out. I guess. I don't know exactly how to explain that, but it does make sense in my head.
Yeah. is cooks the something harmful in this
Yes.
case. Don't regret the thing you did.
Yeah. Cool.
Hmm.
That was
Trying to
good.
decide if like
Oh wait, I should probably get a link.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you change. We should also change the NPC links, maybe.
Yeah. True.
I think that maybe Amos has a I don't know, he some kind of a begrudging respect at this point.
That light or dark?
Should we just move the dark link under Lacey and Quiche over to light, but
That's
not change
Yeah.
it? Just move it over.
Yeah. And I'll put. I think the Heartly ink is actually with Quiche because Quiche is a generous person,
Mhm.
Nice.
generous soul.
Yeah. Maybe Quiche has a heart link with Flo, as in like Flo is like giving or is like setting an example for how to de-escalate a situation.
Yeah.
Cool.
Flo. Did I say Quiche? Lacey is what I meant.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said.
Are we on to the next one then?
I'd like to do one of either going away party or talk at the fire pit, because they're both pretty like conversation focused.
Mhm.
Do people have a preference between those two, or
Who would be going away?
Yeah, that's my question.
One of the NPC.
I'm a great finder. Could be going to culinary school.
Yeah.
After that disagreement, actually, Amos completely disappeared, and Lacey won't say anything about it. It's weird.
Oh no.
Yeah, for sure. I think a good thing to do is kind of assume that a lot of stuff has happened that we haven't seen on screen, so that things like the tell a story about the person leaving is like a great chance to like make up a cool story about your relationship with Grapevine. Cool. So, like any living thing, it's time for the town to change. Someone is leaving permanently. Describe the circumstances of their departure, and then let's throw them a party. Setup. Any number of people play and take turns. On your turn, choose a prompt and follow its instructions. When everyone has done everything they wanted to do, the party is over and the person leaving is gone. So, where's this party take place? What does it look like? Could it be up on Pinwheel Farms now that we're a little more...
Are we hosting another party?
Yeah. That's kind of how we're going to win everyone over, right? It's like, oh, our
Except
grandparents sucked, but...
Yeah, except for Solus.
Yeah, it's up on our farm.
How long have we been here at this point, do we think? Is this like a few months?
Yeah.
I think so.
Half a year?
I like that.
Sure.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
So this is a going away party for what is their name?
Oh, I'm a great finder.
I'm a great
I'm a
finder. I knew
great
it was
finder.
great finder. I couldn't remember if it started what it started with. I am a great finder. Great.
Great finder.
Great
I'm a
finder.
great finder.
Great finder.
Yeah. Is it like a potluck?
Oh yeah,
I
because
love that because
they're a
he's going to
cook.
culinary school. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to culinary school.
I
Totally.
think Cooks, Lacey, and well, I guess Cooks and it's Quiche who does the cooking, right?
Is it like quiche and cooks and I'm a great finder are all like in the kitchen together,
Yeah, and so they make like a
creating this
lot of it, but
feast.
then everybody else brings
Also brings
like
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Catering your own party, like, that's yeah. I think maybe like it's great finders like put the menu together as well. Maybe like it's
I
like
like
it's
that.
like a step to be like, look, if one day I had control of a kitchen, like this is how well I can like pair stuff together.
Nice.
And
Resume
Quiche is
booster
over there
slash
just like
party.
Quiche is just giving like constant tips and adjustments and things.
Who wants to do a thing first?
You give something of yours to the person leaving. What is it? What memory is attached to it? And I give him a USB key that has literal memory attached to it. And I'm like, look, this is a Linux distribution. It's got all the free software on it, and it's way better than Windows. I promise. This will help you out in school. It's loaded up. Best of luck to you. Probably more of a curse than a gift, but she doesn't think of it that way.
I think Cooks is asked to tell a story about I'm a Great Finder. What is your favorite memory of them? And I think they were all working on a like fancy dinner. And he's talking about how I'm a Great Finder was trying to flambe some something and just like the entire stove caught on fire. And he just like embellishes it a lot and paints himself as kind of the hero of putting out the fire.
I think Experience wants to have a moment with I'm a Great Finder. If someone wants to play Finder.
Sure, I can do that.
So it's like Great Finder is like a little shy, but it's like in a group of people or like sitting at a table, like having a conversation, and Experience just moves up and like grabs their hand and starts pulling.
Oh, what is it?
You gotta come. You gotta come over here.
All right. Kind of
just you,
looking
though.
around.
Don't bring anyone else.
Okay.
Okay.
And he gets up and or they get up and follow.
Why are you going to the city?
Well, there's a great school there. Insert name of culinary school here.
Why did you like going to school?
Well, I wanna learn to cook better and like prepare menus better.
Why don't you just stay with Quiche and learn to cook with Quiche?
Well, there's Like, Quiche is a great cook, don't get me wrong, but there's a ton of different kinds of cooking, and I want to know about all of them.
Name 6 kinds of cooking.
I think they do. Like, pretty easily. Like, Cajun, French.
I think experience just keeps me like, and another 6. And another 6. Just like won't let up.
I think they go through like 18 before Great Finder is like, no, I think that's enough.
You should learn to make pudding that tastes like toothpaste and orange juice. I think that it will be really popular.
I think they can teach me that.
When they do, will you come back and make it for me?
Absolutely. It's not like I'm never gonna visit.
Well, it's
This
just
is
you're
my
going
home
to the
for a long
town.
time.
Well, because those people, they just came to the town and they moved to the farm, and now they live here. And they're not going back to the city. So if you're going to the city, then maybe you're not coming back here.
I promise I'm coming back. Maybe not permanently, but I'll visit. I'll visit plenty, don't worry.
I think experience is like looking down at the floor, and like Z doesn't want to like make eye contact with Finder.
Hmm. I don't think Finder knows what to do about that.
Yeah, I think there's this really awkward silence for like a long time. That's like pretty charged. Like it's obvious that like experience is super bummed that a person that Z really likes in the town is going, and probably this is experience's like first experience of this like happening in their lifetime.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think like some big like hot kind of angry tears as he is like trying to express herself. And I think eventually just like does the thing of like grabbing Finder like around the legs. The height difference between these two is pretty big, and
Yeah, one's a frog and one's 6 feet tall.
one's at least 6 feet tall, and it's just like between sobs is like those kind of like really when you're crying and it's so snotty and you like can barely
Mhm.
say the thing that you're trying to say, and
Aw.
experience is trying to be like the song that I learned from you is my favorite song that anyone's taught me, but it's like this song and it's just like so much.
Finder starts sobbing too. But still doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, and I think experience like can't say this thing, but Z like is able to like stop sobbing and start singing that song, and then
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
think that Finder joins in, and it's like it's very much a song that works best as a duet. Like it's probably like a little counterpoint melody, and it's like the two of them singing this, but like their voices are like breaking because they're still kind of crying. And I think it's like everyone at the party hears this like weird wailing kind of coming off somewhere in the dark and just like move a little closer together. Yeah.
Somebody's like, "Where'd Finder go?"
Adorable.
So, has everybody done what they want to do?
Nope.
'Kay.
I'm going to do you and another party goer sneak out to share a moment together. What happens? Why did you connect? And I think that this is another like discovering a magical thing with Gretchen. Which is that I think it's like dark by now, and there's like probably a campfire or like a bonfire, so there's light, but not. But the rest of the farm is pretty dark.
Oh, can I be fireflies?
Okay, fireflies is good. I was gonna say there's like glowing stones that we see.
I mean, both.
Pebbles. Both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, there's like there's fireflies dancing and there's like glowing stones, and I think Gretchen sees Flo like kind of looking off to the side and then like walking out into the darkness and then starting to like pick things up from the ground.
Yeah, I definitely like follow.
Can I interrupt this scene as Payless?
Oh no. Yes.
It's just like
Is it
third
like
wheeling.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I
Like
narrate? This is like sorry.
Yeah.
This is like this is very sweet. Just like we're like, oh look, there's one over there, and we're like going and picking up these glowing pebbles, and then like we like both lean down for the same one, and our hands brush, and then Payless just shows up.
Yeah. I don't know if I like have a specific thing that I want to happen.
Okay.
But I don't have a I don't know that Payless I think it's just like, oh my god, throwing rocks?
Flo had just like dropped the pebble into Gretchen's hand that they had both reached for.
Is there like obviously like a pretty charged like tension here?
Probably.
Oh no.
We like we like stare at each other for like a few seconds before we look at Payless.
Yeah. I wanna learn or use a job experience, which is spot a weak link and cut it out. And it's Payless like having a moment of self-reflection and then realizing like he should not be here, and is like, oh oh no, that's cool. I'm okay. I think cook.
Buddy,
Okay. And just like turns and like runs off again.
No, actually, never mind. I was gonna start saying stuff, and then I realized that I don't like Payless, so I think Flo was just staring at him.
Totally.
That was weird.
Yeah. Like looks at Gretchen and blushes hard.
So, glowing rocks, huh?
Yeah, there's another one, and then we just continue doing this.
Yeah.
Yep. Excellent. Now has everyone done one?
People can do multiple if they want to.
Yeah, if you
yeah,
have
true.
more to do.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't have anyone I want to fight.
I do think that I noticed that Payless was like doing some self-reflection. So I want to change my link to a late link, because I think that Payless is having some personal growth, and that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I was debating like Payless could go and have a fight with Cooks. Just like, why did you never tell me?
I kind of want that scene if you want.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it if you want to do it. Like, what is this? You let the emotions get the better of you, and you get into a spat with someone else at the party. You both say something you don't mean.
Oh no.
Payless is like doing the thing. He's like sat back at the picnic bench or whatever where the food is, and is like doing that thing of like has a lot of nervous energy and probably wants someone to come and talk to him, and is like doing that thing of like tapping his foot and his like knees like shaking up and down and like.
Yeah, I think Chris is gonna come up and be like, "Hey, everything okay over here?"
Yeah. Hey. Hey. You said they're roommates?
Who? What?
Gretchen and Flo?
Well, I mean, no, there are roommates now.
No, I know. I mean, before
Yeah.
before this, they're still they're roommates. Yes.
Far as I know.
Okay.
What's this about?
Well, it's just you didn't tell. Like you knew how. Well, I told Flo was cool, but you didn't tell me that Flo and Gretchen were roommates.
Yes, I did.
No, but you didn't. Cooks, you're not getting it. You didn't tell me they were roommates.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you mean.
I just think if we're friends, it's pretty rude of you to let me just leave me hanging out there, like putting myself out there, and you just let it happen and didn't say anything.
Oh, you want it? Oh, yeah, I didn't get that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're a thing, but I think they might be at some point.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't you tell me that they might be a thing at some point?
I didn't know you were interested.
Cooks, how many times have we had conversations about Flo at our house?
I
Before
mean,
we
I
moved
think
out
she's
here.
pretty cool, and that's all you've ever said is how cool she is.
Yeah, but you know what I mean when I say cool.
No, sorry.
Well, I guess if you're if this is too harsh, let me know. But I think it's like
No, you're fine.
well, I guess. Oh wait, you didn't drop out of school. You finished school. It was Flo that dropped out of school. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Yeah, maybe it's just like. Well, maybe I should have a better class of friend who understands these things and has my back.
Damn. Well, if that's how it is, like, maybe I need a better friend who understands me.
Just goes back to the knee shaking up and down.
Goes and gets a drink.
Cool. Yeah, I'm changing that to a dark link. Cooks doesn't watch out for me. The job experience, because I took a city job thing, and then for my farm experience, I'm taking safety first, which is always have adequate protection from danger. Payless is gonna maybe close up his heart a little bit.
Dark link with Payless. Like, what is going on with Payless? I don't get this. And that's frustrating.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else at the party?
I don't think so. Party ended a lot differently than we were anticipating.
That is a rough note to end on.
I like the idea that
otherwise.
Great Finder is like, hey, the atmosphere of my party is pretty weird right now.
Cooks is angrily cooking.
Nice. Cool. How many was that? Is that our second game or
That was
third
the
game?
second one, yeah.
Second. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, so we have maybe another half hour max of play. And theoretically, we would take a break after Wear and Tear, which would be the game after this one. So, like, we probably won't get to take a break after that Wear and Tear kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I'm
That's okay with me.
Okay,
probably
cool.
just go right into the end game at that point.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I would love to do a lovely night if Libby's up for it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. A lovely night. The moon is bright, spirits are up. You are both here tonight. But is that enough? It's date night. And let's hope it goes well. Any number of people can play. At least one person is on the date. The rest are either helping as players or interfering as players or the world. Make a pool of helping dice, starting at 1 die and adding 1 additional die per skill used to help the date along. Add an additional die if you play into a like that the date goers have. Then make an interference pool with 1 die for every player interfering in the date, and an additional die for each skill used against the date goers. And add an additional die if you play into a dislike that the date goers have. All right. So
I don't know.
We start with 1 die in the helping pool. Is someone making the pool? The thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Oh right, we just do it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We're just doing it in our heads. Okay. Who is asking
I?
who out on this date? I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gretchen is the type that just denies herself things that she wants
Aw.
habitually. Based on the carpal tunnel thing.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Yes. So I'm gonna set up a date. You only have 1 like. So it's a date doing puzzles is really cute. It's really cute.
It is really cute.
I think it's like probably Flo just like asked Gretchen to like meet her maybe in like the attic or something.
Uh-huh.
At like a specific time, and I'm gonna use arrive ahead of schedule because I got there early enough to like clear up the entire attic. I like found some puzzles up there, and also have like brought tea and cookies up there. So when you get up there, there's like she's like just pouring tea, and there's like a pile of puzzle boxes, and it's all like clean. Which is going against one of my it's like one of my dislikes, but I mean I didn't say Flo was clean. I just said that she cleaned
Yeah.
the attic, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I could use. I think I'm gonna use dig deep to like try to let myself like have something that I want. So
Nice. So that's 2 more dice added to the pool.
Is there any interference?
Oh, and no, sorry, I should add 2 dice because I used a skill and I played to the like to Gretchen's like, so there should be 4 dice in the pool now.
I think maybe a point of interference is just that this is kind of a small house. So you guys really aren't that like far from everyone else, and you can like probably hear cooks in the kitchen.
So Cooks
Something
is
starts
a die that's interfering in the day.
something starts burning and he's just like swearing. And he has no idea that you guys are up in the attic.
Yeah.
Maybe also one extra die interference, because after having an argument about this, the mood in the house has not been very conducive to romance.
Mhm.
Lots of slammed doors and avoiding people.
Payless is just walking around the house slamming doors. He's like,
But it's like-
he doesn't know that we're up in the attic, but he's like, where? He's like, well, they're both not here, so clearly they're off. Like, whatever. It's like,
It's like slamming the doors,
they're
and whenever
Okay.
Cooks like calls him out, is like, I'm checking to see which doors are sticking and which frames need repairs.
like some doors are just splintering.
Oh no.
All right, so we roll 4, and interference rolls 2. No, 3. Do you start with 1 as well?
I don't.
No, you
Yes.
don't.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, it just says 1 for every player
Oh, yeah.
interfering.
Okay.
And if you're using skills against the daygoers, were you guys using skills against us?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we were dancing.
I'm not surviving any danger.
Okay, is it /R in Roll20? I haven't used Roll20.
Yeah,
Slash
for
roll.
sure.
Oh, both work maybe.
Yeah, okay, I'll do ours first. Wow, we got 16.
That's pretty
Wait, what
good
is
roll.
it? Is it each die that we look at?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah.
put them into categories.
Right. These mini games are like mini other TTRPGs.
Yeah.
Oh, do we do that first
Oh.
before you do your interference?
No, I think we. So it was 2 dice for
Yeah.
interference. Okay. 4 and a 2.
So we don't have any overlapping things. We have 2 5s and 2 3s.
So
Roll both pools of dice separately. A good date needs setting, ambiance, food, and charm. Each die from the helping pool can be spent on one of these categories and counts as its value. Multiple dice can be added together to a category to increase the value. Interference dice can be used to subtract from the value of a category. Every time a die is spent, describe a scene of your character or the world around them, ensuring that number. When all dice are spent, blah blah blah. What are the for
one of the
each
little ones has to be the ambiance, right?
Yeah, I
for the
think-
set.
I think setting an
Yeah.
ambiance are the negatives for sure.
Yeah,
So
I
we
would
have-
put the 5 in charm for sure, though.
Okay, so 5 in charm and 5 in food, probably.
You could also put the 2 3s together, so you got 3 successes, kind of thing,
True.
and then just took a hit on the one that's going to lose anyway.
The setting, I think the setting is fine because I did clean it and everything. It's the
Yeah, yeah.
ambiance that's not great.
Yeah.
The swearing and slamming doors.
So let's say, can I say the 2 6s are charm, or the 2 3s making 6 is charm, and food and setting are 5. Ambiance is 0.
Yeah.
Ambiance is 0.
So what do we have for interference dice?
4 and a 2.
So I think at least the 4 is going into ambiance for sure.
Oh, but they're already a 0 ambiance, so I feel
Yeah.
like it should go into charm, because
Oh.
you're in a kind of, well, maybe it's setting, I'm not sure actually. It's kind of like, it's still a nasty attic and it's your house. Like asking someone on a date to your own house is like kind of weird.
Both of our own house.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't even know there was an attic.
Yeah, I only go to the
I'm
mines.
easily.
I don't go
I
upstairs
want to
up.
be impressed, and I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. So are you taking 4 out of setting? So setting is down to 1.
Yeah.
Or are we taking 6 out of setting?
Oh,
Well,
so we're
we
down
could
to
take
negative.
we could take 2 out of the 5, and then that's also under 3, which means they only have 1 success.
Oh, is it like you take 4 out of setting, and it's like the whatever the attic stuff, and then take 2 out of food, and it's like because Cooks is like, I don't know, Cooks made the cookies or whatever that I brought up, and
Right.
something went wrong with them.
Use some of
They're
those
burnt.
mushrooms I found.
No. Oh no.
I think so. I think something along those lines, yeah.
Okay. So we have burnt cookies. We have a not super exciting setting. We have an abundance of charm. We have terrible ambiance. Um, the date threshold for the date succeeding is based on the link type that the dates have with each other. We were roommates.
So normal.
And they were roommates.
I don't understand what it means by the threshold.
So it says
So-
below that for a normal link, 3 categories must be 4 or above.
Oh, okay. Well,
not a successful date.
not a
What does
successful date.
succeeding mean? I think
It sounded so charming at first.
Yeah,
I guess
I mean,
it's still
the
charming,
abundance of
it's just
charm,
nothing
right?
else.
Yeah, that's the most
I feel
important
like
of
it's
those
like
4.
I feel like it's kind of like Libby. You should talk because I've been talking a lot. But
no.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it starts out really nicely, and you like maybe are charmed, and then there's like, and then it's just kind of awkward with like yelling and slamming of doors and like burnt cookies and whatever. And
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
good
think
point.
it's yeah. I don't think it's like a negative thing for us. It's just it's just awkward.
I think we have to talk to we have to talk to Payless.
We have to talk to Payless. Why do we have to talk to Payless?
This can't go on.
Why is Payless so angry?
Oh no.
Good.
Oh,
I heard him slam one door and I was like, okay, but like clearly this is targeted.
Remember the going away party
Yeah.
and how he came out and was trying to talk to you, not particularly me.
Uh-huh.
No, why?
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yes.
I think
hate
you guys
that guy.
probably heard about the like other fight too between
Yeah.
Payless and Cooks.
I don't think Flo heard about it. She's like totally ignorant to
Okay,
whatever.
that was
I don't think she says I hate that guy. It's been months. We're like living together, but I think she's like
He's not that bad. But then he has also gotten in a fight with Cooks, and we have to do something about it.
Is that why is that why the cookies are burnt?
Yes.
They're not burnt, they're supposed to be that way.
How can you hear us from town?
No, I can't hear you.
The birds told you.
The birds told me.
All right. Well, if you think we have to talk to them, I guess we can do that. like looks despondently at the half-finished puzzle.
It was
There's definitely pieces missing. It's not even that you
Mhm.
didn't like have time to finish it. It was just an old puzzle you found in
Yeah.
an attic, and it obviously had missing pieces.
it was a really sweet thought.
Maybe next time we should go for a walk.
Yeah.
So
End
one of you is supposed to end it by asking, "Will I see you again?" But I think
I mean,
that's
that's
kind of covered.
that was what I was repeating with that.
Go back
That
to our
works.
shared bedroom. Awesome. We have another donation also. So Chris donated $10 to Black Lives Matter Toronto, saying, "Hey, this is Chris, and I am Cooks. Black lives have, do, and will always matter." I think that's Chris who made the sheets for us. Hey, Chris. Thank you,
Hooray.
Chris.
I am also
No, I am Cooks. Okay, so we have maybe 10 more minutes. I would say if hopefully someone is gonna
Mhm.
close up the stream. I don't feel like that's gonna be me, but I don't know.
Does that mean we should skip right to the wrap-up game? There's like an ending game, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, is like whether either do a really fast
Yeah.
We can do a really fast wear and
round.
tear.
Yeah.
I also don't think reading things off at the end is going to take very long.
Totally.
Is
Okay.
the thing we're fixing for wear and tear our relationships?
Yeah, really.
That's sustainability.
I actually love that idea because then we can do more of an epilogue type thing with the final
Okay,
game,
yeah.
rather than like using that to try to repair relationships.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, for sure.
What page is wear and tear on again?
24.
So we're repairing our relationships.
Things will inevitably wear down. So we said that was sustainability, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. If the farm is going to keep running, we cannot be divided.
Friendly. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have days on and off, 8-hour workday, outside help brought in for emergencies.
Nice.
Oh no, someone got hurt during the repairs. What happened? Who's experienced the damage? How is the injured party helped? Or are they able to recover? Well, Payless got hurt.
Yeah, but I also have a skill that I think I want to apply at the same time. I'm happy to be the one who gets hurt, which is like, I felt like I had sort of been betrayed by a friend, even though I wasn't. Like Payless is wrong. I want to just clarify that I don't think Payless is in the right in any way. Payless is both hurt by like, I think sees Gretchen and Flo be like close and working together, and is like, oh, my heart. But also like has this skill which is sturdy foundations, creations built to last, and I want that to be like us as a crew, and it's Payless like doing the work and like having a sit down with Cooks and be like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry, that was me. That's on me. Because I was feeling butthurt and I took it out on you, and that's a shitty thing to do. And it feels like Flo does not need to have this conversation with Payless, and I don't know if Payless would just make it worse by trying to be like, hey, I just want you to know that this relationship that I have no say in isn't a problem. You know what I mean? Like, I think it doesn't need to be Payless like offering that. I think it's Payless just being like, not saying I won't be a problem, but not being a problem, right? Which is the better thing he can do here.
I think Cooks is going to use a great judge of character and flavor, and he's just like, look, I know you're going through a lot. It's all good. We both said things we don't mean. Like, we got to live together, right? I'd rather be friends while we do.
In that case, I hope we live together for the rest of our lives.
Agreed.
Cooks, changing that link to Cooks watches out for me.
Oh,
Oh.
opposite. I feel like anything that would be between Flo and Payless would just be kind of like at one point, like Flo just gets tired of like the awkwardness and it's just like at one point where we both happen to be like alone in the kitchen or we like pass each other or something. She's just like, "Are we good?"
Yeah. Yeah. Are we good?
I'm like, the only move I have left, the only city experience I have left is you cannot be moved, which to me means if I use that, I am still angry at you about littering, the littering.
I mean, maybe that's the thing is Payless is like, are we good? And it's like, I don't know, litter bug, are we?
Yeah,
Leaves
that's
the
exactly
scene.
what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, we get the shot of Payless's face also, which we didn't see at the start of that scene, and the camera pans around and we see that Payless has a sad face drawn that day. Ooh.
Changing my
Does
link
Payless
with
have any idea what Flo is talking about?
Absolutely none. Just thinks that she means he's garbage, I think is his reading.
no.
So bad.
Cooks' link with Payless is changing to mastery. Payless is going through a lot. I'll help him through it over a good meal.
Aw.
I think that I was watching from a distance as you were working, as in you were talking about that, and I learned like by watching the response there that Payless does not remember littering, and
And learned that that's what Flo is angry about.
yeah. So I just have to march over there, and I'm like, Payless, do you remember that time when you dropped that like 6-pack ring and you didn't like pick it up and it could have like strangled a turtle or something?
There was literally a garbage can 5 feet away.
There are turtles in the city?
I was picking up. I was down. I was on that. I was right in front of you picking up garbage, and
Oh no. Oh no. He did it on purpose, right? Because you were down the street cleaning and he wanted you to come over and pick it up because he's a garbage boy. Oh, hey, I dropped this. I think Payless has to explain the most embarrassing fucking nonsensical pickup attempt he has ever tried in his life, and it is the most awkward conversation you could have with your friends about not only did I do a stupid thing, I did the stupid thing because of this like nonsensical macho idea.
Can we say that this? I don't know how, but can we say that this scene ends in us all laughing? And I think it's probably because Gretchen just starts laughing at us.
Yeah.
Because we're being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we kind of realize how ridiculous we are being.
Yeah. I think it's like a similar shot to like that one of Payless taking out the chair of like you just realize this person is not that bad intentions. He's just like an absolute idiot.
Total.
Could we take that the final thing being you've taken pictures to commemorate this improvement?
Yes.
What do the pictures look like? And it's like selfies of the four of us, right? Like totally like the kind with like, you know, someone's face way closer to the lens than everyone else, and everyone in the background like waving. And Payless like can't even upload these. There's no Wi-Fi here.
They're for us.
Aw, yeah, they
and
are.
then, like the next day, there's like I want to take the farm experience floral decorations, and like the next day, the pictures have been printed out, and they're like in like flower, like braided like picture frames, basically, on above the kitchen table.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so the very last thing we have to do in a speedy wrap up is roots become a tree. Time has passed. The farm is a consistent machine now and not a grind. You've settled into a rhythm and you're happy. Gather with your friends to talk about where the time has gone. This is the last game. Everyone plays. Going around the table, describe something that the town has taught you after living here, and then describe something you remember about living in the city. Take turns asking each other questions. Each person asked is the next person to ask someone a question. Come up with your own or use the questions below. The game is over when everyone has been asked twice. Should we just skip straight to the questions rather than do that bit about... Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Are we just going in Discord order again to ask questions?
Sure.
But whoever wants to start.
Oh, I think
Whoever
whoever
has
gets
one.
asked asks the next
Oh,
question.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I have one.
No. What do you prefer, going to sleep or waking up? Is so good.
Nice.
Can I ask Gretchen, what is your most treasured memory?
My most treasured memory was it was actually I think it was when we felt that presence in the forest, and Flo didn't want to go out there, but I held my hand out to her and she trusted me, and we had an amazing experience. Cooks. What was the hardest part about living here?
I just didn't know how much work it was going to be to set up a farm. Like, you think about it and it's like, oh, you just have to plant some stuff and like get the house together. That's not so bad, but those first couple weeks were rough. Payless, what do you think the people back in this city think of you?
Like, honestly, I don't think they do. Like, this might sound like a cop-out answer, but like,
No,
I was like a literal faceless office drone. Oh my god. Yeah, cool. Symbolism, huh? That's so bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, like I was no one, and now I get to be Payless with my buddies, and I don't think they do think of me, and I think whereas if I left here, you all would think about me a lot more. So, I just want to real quick check that job experience that says always have adequate protection from danger, because I got friends and they got my back, and so I'm safe. Okay. I am going to ask Flo. Do you regret anything about your time here?
I regret how long I held the grudge against Payless.
How long was that?
Like we said, we've been here for at least half a year. And like that happened. That didn't happen just before we moved. That happened like it's probably been a year since that happened.
God.
Because she feels very silly about it now that she knows the actual motivation behind it. Yeah. Gretchen, why wouldn't you go back?
I think in the city, my life was like always about, I had to like deny myself because there wasn't enough to go around. And I feel like here we can make it work with everybody having what they needed and what they want. So that's why I won't go back. Let's see.
Everyone's been asked once now, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I got asked twice. Now let's go. I guess I'll ask Flo. What do you miss about the city?
Absolutely nothing. Flo is very happy to be away from there. I don't think she really had like a family or like a lot of friends there. Like you were her main friend that she had there. And you're also here, so.
Yeah, it seems like we all kind of just kept to our group.
Mm-hmm. Cooks. Who's the best person you met in town?
I was hoping you'd ask me that. I think he's just like, I mean, it's Payless, right? Like, I've seen the work you've put in. You've redefined yourself since we came out here, and like, I'm really glad to have met the new you.
Oh.
Wholesome.
And then, because I have to, Payless, what do you prefer, going to sleep or waking up?
It used to be in the city, it was going to sleep and not having to be conscious anymore. And now it's waking up because I know that every day is going to be me and my pals on the farm in our cute town. And that's a cool feeling that waking up doesn't fill me with dread anymore. Cool. I kind of have one last question I really want to ask because I'm just really interested. Gretchen, have your migraines and carpal tunnel been better after all this time we've been out here?
Oh, I haven't had a migraine
Amazing. Oh, yeah.
in months. And bizarrely, despite the fact that like hammering away with a pickaxe is very repetitive action, my arms feel better too. So,
magic. Something about those mushrooms.
And with that, I feel like the sun sets on Pinwheel Farm, and this was so much fun. Thank you all so much for being here to play. Extremely wholesome. Yeah.
I was worried a few times in the middle there if it wasn't
Yeah,
gonna be wholesome. I was like, this isn't as wholesome as I expected.
Awesome. Thank you again so much playing today. We had Adela. I don't know if you want to do outros.
I'm Adela. You can find me on Twitter at Aredel, AREDHEL _ or listen to my podcast, Potternaut.
Galen?
POTTERNAUGHT. Sorry, NAUGHT is a weird spelling.
Oh, no.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm Galen. You can find me on Twitter at average_Roy. And you can find the Let's Plays that my friends and I do at twitch.tv/averageplayer.
Awesome. And Libby.
Hi, I'm Libby. You can find me on Twitter at horrorcheck.
Awesome. And shout outs again to AzuJax for hosting, Cole for tracking donations and chat mod, and Chris and Libby both for the spreadsheets that were like life-saving, basically. And I guess that is 48 hours of streaming by Roll Plus Justice.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is our final donation amount?
$2,319.10.
Incredible. Thank you so much, everyone
Passed
who's
our
been
original
here.
goal by more than twice.
Nice.
That.
More than twice.
More than twice.
Yeah, I have a list here. All the facilitators, Lost Larkin, Wheelie, Clouds, T, Devon, Jenna, Parthenade, Mocha, Adam, Azujax, and me. Mods have been Libby, Lofty, Illy, Nope, Fu, Adela, Ali, Cole, and Chris. Our donation trackers have been all those same mods again, plus Rudy. Hosts have been Azujax, Cindy, Livy, Sweet Potato, Nope, Parthenade, and Lofty. Music, very graciously donated by Emmy, Devon, and Morgan. And then we have a huge special thanks to Emily, who got the ball rolling and putting in so much organization work. Nope, who put in a ton of work into streaming setup and teaching OBS to a lot of the hosts. Remus, the Lost Larkin, who made the graphics for us, which are super, super cool. To all the players for making the games what they were, for everyone who's tuned in at any point, whether you donated or just here for being here and supporting. It's all awesome. And that is exactly 48 hours later, I think.
And thanks to the folks from the Tabletop Treehouse bundle.
Oh,
as well.
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Black
call.
Lives Matter.
Heck yeah. ACAP, fuck yeah,
ACAP.
Awesome. Amazing.
Abolish
All
police.
right.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.